Welcome back to another episode of the Stock Car Podcast. Last episode, if you watched it or listened to it, because they are on Spotify, we was with some national bang-out legends, Keith and Jack Reynolds, and now we're on the other end of the, let's say, spectrum. It's probably not the right word.
You're on the spectrum.
Yeah, and we've got National Hot Rods and a Superstock as well. So we've got Jamie and Jordan Mccann, the brothers, and then we've got as well National Hot Rod World Champion. Not current, unfortunately, but former National Hot Rod World Champion, John Christie. So go on.
Rex is not clapping at all.
If you want to know, we are over in Northern Ireland. We are on the weekend of the National Championship and the Irish Open Championship, and we're on the Friday night. We've just done practice, and now we've come back here, we've set up, and we've got a podcast going on. So yeah, first of all, I'd like to start the podcast now of what I know about the guests. And we'll start with Jordan. Jordan, I know you from the first time I watched a video of you on Facebook many years ago now, of you airbrushing a seat.
Yeah.
Which actually sort of went a bit... 10 years ago, is that what it is? So that actually went quite viral. And everyone was like, that's the nuts, the nuts. In the little shed over there, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just right beside there where the new one is.
Yeah, and then you started hydro dipping. Yeah. And then I started seeing some videos of you...
Yeah.
hydro dipping.
Yeah.
And then we become chatting, didn't we? We started getting chatting, and then we come over for... This was before the YouTube, way before the YouTube. We come over for
2017, we were actually talking about that.
I heard about an 063 battery.
Yeah, you needed a battery or something, you phoned me, and then you were literally parked up there at Hog's Pub.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's how we... And we ended up staying... Did we stay here?
Yeah.
I know we stayed in Hoggies, didn't we?
On the Friday night, yes.
Yeah.
And then we come here Saturday and, worked at the
done a night shift, yeah. And then we ended up becoming good mates from that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when you stay up till 7 o'clock in the morning fixing someone's car,
yeah,
you get chatting and you chat about a few things, don't you? And we become mates from that, really. And then I've watched you go from formula to formula, which we'll get into in a bit, and obviously watch your business grow, which we'll get into in a bit. And then, the next time we come round, we come to Northern Ireland. We was welcomed here. Yeah. Had a nice stay here.
2023, wasn't it? There was a bit of a break. 6 years of break.
From the first time?
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, we started the YouTube, and then we was like, right, it's time to go to Northern Ireland again, which is a brilliant weekend here. This is the third time I've been here now. And you've changed quite a bit in the fact of your business and stuff like that. When I first saw you, you didn't have none of that, and now you have. You've done all different formulas. You've done stock rods, pro stocks, 2-litre hot rods, and national hot rods, which we'll get onto. So that's about what I know about you. Jamie, I known you when we first met. You was doing 1300s.
Yeah.
Yeah, exact same. And then you was top red grade the whole time.
Well, red roof for a while, and then sort of blue roof, red roof for.
Did you race together?
Yes.
Yeah, we were both out the same weekend.
Any fallouts?
No. I don't follow.
No, we're just good mates on track and off track.
There was a bit of team racing going on that weekend. It actually resulted in Tabs getting left like a matchbox. But anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Which we had to fix. Yeah. And then obviously you moved on to Superstox, and now you're very, very successful in Superstox with a trophy sat behind us, second place in the World Championship. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And you've done now really, really well in the Supers. And I've got, when we went to last speed weekend and the speed weekend before, you came and you just straight away at the front, from the back, from the red grade up to the front of the Superstock grid.
Oh, the switch?
Both times, yeah. Both times speed weekends when I watch you.
Yeah, I won the first heat, and then...
There we go. I thought you got second. I said to Rex earlier you got second.
No, I won the first heat.
I was like, what? He is rapid.
I know, I didn't really expect that.
If you could learn how to use the bumper.
Apparently you're getting better at that.
Well, I've come to me, yeah.
If we could actually teach them how to not use it as much.
Or not use it as rashly.
Yeah.
Now it just gets to the point where it's every time. You're like, hang on a minute, you need to still make the places up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about as much as I know. And obviously being Slops' brother, Jordan Mccann's brother.
That's what I'm mainly known as,
That's better,
yeah. And then,
even though he's the better driver, he should really be Jimmy's brother, but...
No, it's the other way around.
Slops' wee brother, even though I'm not the wee brother, I'm the big brother.
He's
the wee big brother.
Moving on to John Christie. John Christie, I know you from a big National Hot Rod family. Your old man, Ormond Christie, world champion. And then you've then emulated that as well and become world champion. And as Jordan mentioned earlier, you got the Grand Slam twice or once?
No, long time ago.
Which is where you've won pretty much every single title there is to win in your era. We'll get onto that actually, but that's probably about as far as I know. So it'd be good to deep dive into it. I'm not massive. I don't know everything about national hot rods. I know probably minimal, really. So it'd be good to deep dive. It'd be good to deep dive into someone who's really at the front of the grid, Jordan, and then somebody who's...
That's why he's here, so I can get tips.
Somebody who's a bit further down. So we'll start off with the two brothers. Early racing memories. So obviously we can see a picture of Paul's car up there. Paul, your old man.
Yeah.
Yep.
What was the first time? Because obviously as well, the first lot of Northern Irish boys we've had on the podcast.
Yeah.
So it'd be good to get your side, what it's like growing up in Northern Ireland with stock cars and hot rods.
Yeah, my first memory of stock cars would have been going maybe 2 or 3 times a year to Nuts Corner. So this would have been pre-Tullyroan Oval days, like 2000 and maybe 2002 right through to 2013. But we only went like a couple of times a year. Just sort of went to major championships, and then when Tullyroan opened, which is obviously 5 minutes away, we were just going every week. That opened in 2012.
I think it was 12.
Yeah. So yes, ever since that we've just been going literally every week. And then obviously Ahadui opened. I got my first car in 2016, Professionalism, which is basically a 1600 banger.
Yeah. Nudge and spin.
Yeah. So we helped the guy,
Who?
Connor McElmail. Thanks for clearing that up.
He's going to take over in a minute anyway.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, we were helping Connor for maybe 2-3 years. That was actually the car I ended up buying. I had built that car originally, still at school. But yeah, we just helped him and just kept going with him, and the numbers was good, so I just bought one of them. Jimmy actually wasn't allowed to race at the start.
No, I wasn't.
Why?
Because he's really bad temper. If you couldn't tell by the way he drives at times.
Don't have bad temper.
What's that for? What, before you even...
Yeah, so
the car.
I think I was racing maybe a year and a half before he started.
And you're the younger brother?
I'm the younger brother,
Right.
so I started when I was just turned 17.
And your temper so bad that before you even raced,
Paul
they
didn't let you have a
decided-
car?
No, I wasn't allowed, no.
There was a guy who racked me, mentioning no names, but there was a guy who racked me one night in Tullyroan, and Jamie was going to do big things.
I don't think I would have done 2 big things, or
And then-
big things the size of me.
Can we name names?
No, we can't name names. Maybe offer.
Yeah.
He know who it is because he's definitely going to be listening to this. But yeah, no, Jimmy wasn't allowed, and then
You also have temper problems.
what was that?
You also have temper problems as long as like rage.
Only when you're waking me up out of my sleep. That's the story for another
This
day.
morning.
Yeah. Yeah, so just started in Professionalism. Jimmy started then about a year and a half after, and he was
What,
very,
both in Pro Stocks?
Yeah.
I started Professionalism as well. And,
Oh, so when in 1300 you started?
No, I started Professionalism as well,
Right.
and then I started beating Jordan with his old stuff too. So.
yeah, I was about to get onto that, but yeah.
Straight away, he's coming out beating you.
Literally the first or second meeting, yeah.
I wasn't beating him all the time.
To be fair, he was off white roof.
What was
White
you?
roof here. Blue.
Yellow.
Blue. But yeah, we never really had any. We never really had any big races, did we? Like
I think there was one that had it. We done the European. I think
There was one, actually, the European, yeah, it's quite a funny story about that. So I was leading it at a stage, and then I dropped way back, and Jamie came in and hit me. But Jamie had started the back of the grid, and I had started inside the second row. Jamie came in and hit me, but there was a boy in front of me, and I was not bad of a temper because he had caught me and hit me. I just followed the boy in front of me, and just flat out for no reason.
I
I
think
was
it was
just that
really like-
annoyed because he had caught me.
There's only like 2 laps to go as well.
2 laps to
So
go,
the-
aye.
we had no difference. No,
Was
No,
he?
no, because he come through with me from the back of the
he had also just passed me.
Oh, right, okay.
So he had passed
So
me,
you
and
started
then
sulking and then put him in.
yeah.
Are these the Pro Stocks that still run in Scotland?
Yeah.
Do they run here still?
No.
No,
No.
They stopped here in 2019.
Right.
The numbers was down to like 6 or 7.
Yeah, but they're quite big in Scotland, didn't they?
Yeah,
They did
but
drop away the same as home, but then I think they kind of, I don't know, reintroduced them a wee bit in Scotland. And
But they are the same as the bangers, and the rookie bangers here, or the 1600, sorry Rex. The 1600 bangers here now have like 35 cars.
They're quite big here now.
Yeah, so I'm like,
yeah.
they're the same as Professionalism, and Professionalism is far better racing.
Yeah, but you're allowed to follow in the 1600 bangers.
1600's just nudge and spin, isn't it?
No, you follow each other in them, can't you?
Well, people do follow in. So
Speedway if you can. Other tracks you can't. Yeah,
well,
but
Professionalism was just nudge and spin.
Yeah.
But you could, depending on the night, you could follow in. Like.
Depending who was. Depending if they wanted the crowd to cheer.
Don't think anybody was ever punished.
No.
Yeah.
So what tracks was that? Was that Tully Run and
Tully Run and
Agadowie?
yeah.
Agadowie.
Yeah.
Agadowie we call it, don't we? Agadowie. So that's both of them. And then, so after the Pro Stocks then, moving into, because then you split, didn't you? You're both in Pro Stocks.
Yeah.
And then you went to 1300s.
Yeah.
And you went to Stock Rods.
Yeah, I went to Stock Rods, yeah. So yeah, finished.
Why did you both split anyway? Stop
Well,
racing, stop getting beaten by Jamie, that's why.
Yeah, and he hated the non-contact racing, so I'm like, right, that's the route for me to go. No, I just didn't really like the contact at the end. I just didn't like it. So I bought a stock rod and actually started in the RCI stock rods in Nuts Corner.
Have you done contact since?
No, never.
Not legally.
Not without a black cross.
Have you ever done non-contact?
Yeah, I actually done the first Alan Connolly memorial meeting in Ahadowie in the stock
You actually
stock
had a
road.
meeting in my 2 litre as well.
That's right, I done a meeting in his 2 litre. Actually done quite well in it.
So why did you go 1300s then?
I just like stock cars, just like bumpers.
The car was cheap, don't lie.
Wasn't? Well, yeah, the car was 350 quid.
The what?
Car was 350 £.
What, the first one you bought?
Yeah, the V Nova. It wasn't.
Black
it
Nova,
wasn't
yeah.
in good shape, like. But
Well, it's 350
it was.
quid, isn't it?
I was driving, so I just like.
It's got
It's something Rax would have bought at the side of the road, like for scrap.
Yeah, Cat or no Cat, he was in. Yeah.
That was a bad day, but I take it.
Your good mate Will Murphy wrecked it on me in.
Oh yeah, he probably would have done. Yeah.
Well, that wasn't his fault, but it was.
No, it probably was.
Well,
Jamie was just at the front of a
yeah, I
train.
was at the front.
What was that over here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
the national
It
weekend.
was the national weekend. I think it was the Irish Open in Nuts Corner.
It was actually the year before you come over.
Right.
Yeah, actually.
Is
That
this,
was his
is this
first-
a 1300 like built for 300 quid?
I don't know
On
if it was
the
built. I
button?
don't know if it was built for 300 quid, but I bought it for
Aye,
350
that's what
quid.
you like a
Was it
ready
ready
to
to
race.
race for
yeah.
100 quid?
It was on the
Ready
button,
to go.
yeah.
The first Nova? Yeah. So.
It drove off the trailer,
Drove
Oh
it.
wow.
but he had to put a seat in it, and
Yeah, but
ended
this-
up we had to cut it off at the bulkhead and stuff. But it was still 350
It
quid.
was,
like.
yeah. Still got
Yeah.
shocks and a fuel pump and
Yeah.
fuel line and a fuel
Yeah,
tank.
Engine.
I actually think it got
Class.
shocks as well.
I was yellow
'Cause
roof.
when
Sail a bit later, yellow roof.
when I first saw you was in the course obviously, but you was
Yeah.
rapid then.
Well, at that time it was quite good, and I know the more it went on, I felt the slower I was starting to get. So
Where'd the Corsa come from?
it was actually Peter Greer's car. He's from over here, bought his.
Anthony McIver built it.
Yeah.
Boy, that
Kyber.
was like,
He builds some
yeah.
good cars over
very
here.
good car, yeah.
Definitely.
If I was to get, I don't know if he ever built me one, but if I was ever to get another one, I'd definitely be heading his direction.
Kyber. Yeah. Is he still? They still doing 2 litres?
yeah,
Both of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Still
and then
going.
you, where's the stock rod come from? You bought a stock rod.
To be fair, I always kind of fancied like a stock rod. Well, it was always hot rods. Hot rods was always on the horizon. Like,
Paul loves that.
Paul loves hot rods. Yeah, Paul was like, get out of my house. But anyway,
Do you prefer the stock rods or the stock cars? The hot rods or the stock cars? Stock cars. Yeah.
He's a saloon
He's the
man.
the black sheep of the family.
yeah, it was always sort of hot rods, and the natural thing over here was stock rods, 2 litres, and then nationals, and that's sort of what I done like. But yeah, I started no RCI, but just didn't really like ORCI. So that at the time was Nuts Corner and Ballymena, because there's obviously a split. I don't even think I'd done a year in them. I maybe done from June. Only done from June to Christmas, and then we built a new one.
You built it.
Yeah, we built it here, me and Dad here for the NEC show.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Not Jimmy.
Not Jamie, no. Jamie also
No, I had no
hates hot
part. I
rods.
had no part to play.
He's not joking either. So yeah, we built it here for the NEC. I think I might have done then from March to like summertime, and then there was a British Championship for Speedworth in Ahadowie that year, maybe end of September, and I done it because they were accepting all cars. But at that stage, I was moving over because the numbers had started to fall off.
Yeah.
So yeah, done it, and then stayed with Speedworth for the rest of that year and the full following year, which would have brought me into then at 2019.
When did 16 valves come in?
I was hoping that wasn't going to be mentioned. So yeah, I was one of the first ones with a 16 valve engine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was just.
Well, over here.
Yeah.
Jordan doesn't really like 16 valves, but they came in.
Yeah, it was a touchy subject over here. I'll not even get into that too much.
What is the story there?
Basically, went 16 valve because we had a shed full of 16 valve engines and ECUs.
You had a shed?
Yeah, we genuinely did because it was from the Professionalism. And whenever I bought all my Professionalism stuff off Connor, it'd come with like 8 or 9 engines when they were like 50 quid each.
Back in the day, yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah.
So basically Jordan made stock rods, Speedwear stock rods, 16 valve.
Single-handedly.
Single-handedly, yeah.
Basically, it was in the rules. So it was in the rules as a trial engine. And that year, 2019, Dean had changed it over the winter. That you were allowed to run them in championships and you were allowed to score points. And he brought in a manifold that you had to run.
Yeah, the Speedway one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my 8 valve had blew up. I'd got it rebuilt and it lasted maybe half a straight in practice and it dropped the valve.
Did you rebuild it?
No. Also not mention any names. It wasn't built here anyway, just put it that way. Caught a big one. Yeah, I blew it up and I genuinely couldn't afford to get a new one because everybody at the time was on like JBs
Yeah,
and Trevor
spending
Hills, which
3.5,
was
4 grand or something.
well,
like
even
that.
at that time it could have been 1,800 or 2 grand plus, which I just couldn't justify paying.
But you had 8 16 valve engines sat there.
Yeah, and my sponsor, who at the time, that's how he come about, SC Fencing, I was friendly with him and I told him, I was just telling him I was going that way, and he had an account with Billy and Speedworth and he ordered me a manifold and got it delivered over. So I actually had the very first manifold. It was stamped 001.
Oh, nice.
It's probably worth money actually. Track that down. I actually might have signed that manifold. So yeah, I went that way and yeah, a few people weren't happy and everybody for a full season was telling me about how bad they were and how they were never going to work. And a year later, everybody had one and they were working. So
it did switch pretty quickly. It was the same with the 1300s.
Yeah.
It just went, there was like 2 or 3 of us that had them.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the next year, it was like 80% had them. It's probably the same with the stock rods.
Yeah, well, it changed a lot quicker. I think 2019, there was me, Gary Butler, Curtis Greer, who's the world champion 1300s. He had won a couple of other people. But towards the end of the season, there was a lot of talk about I ain't getting one and I getting one and I getting one. And then 2019 came and boom, everybody had one.
Billy's like that.
Yes.
Thank you, Slops.
COVID. Sorry, it was then the 2019 when everybody started to get one, but COVID had come in.
Yeah.
So obviously you're 6 months and everybody had all these cars, so I presume they just decided to change engines in that time because once COVID had finished, everybody
Had them.
yeah. So that's kind of how that happened. Like.
Which one was the national, the Butler and Derek? Was that 19 or was that?
That was 2019, yeah.
That was that one.
That was Gary Butler and
So
Derek McMillan's race.
Butler had a 16 valve.
He
in?
had one and Derek didn't. Yeah. Yeah. What are you getting at?
No, it's just.
Are you
clarifying.
team 8 valve here?
Clarifying, just.
All right, yeah. Just for Derek that's watching this, yeah.
So then you got stock rod, got 16 valve.
Yeah.
And then you lot disappeared for a bit.
Yeah. So I
remember you didn't race for a little while after that, did you?
Yeah, well, COVID happened. I sold, so I had a holiday planned in Australia for a month, start of 2020. So basically sold everything to fund that trip.
Yeah.
Sold everything, paid for flights, put a bit of money aside, and I had a few quid to spare. So I went and bought a Superstock, because Jamie had, you'd probably get on to Jamie in a bit, but Jamie had already got one at this stage. So I said, fancy it, I'll go back to Contact and bought it, took it home here, done a full rebuild on it, chassis job, like, got it all painted and powder coated and stuff. Then went to Australia, come back, went to my first meeting and it dropped oil pressure in the practice. So I missed it. Then the Monday the country went into like lockdown. So that was us for 3 months. Done the next 2 practice days. And then lockdown again, I think.
Because that was all they was doing over that time, wasn't it? It was just practice days.
I was only driving like one person.
Yeah.
Which is all we bring anyway, so it didn't make any damn stress. It's actually 2 drivers till 1 mechanic. But yeah, lockdown come in again. Same after that, I done another practice day or 2. And then that's when the helmets was kind of born over COVID. And just as we were coming out of lockdown, I was kind of thinking, like, if I go back racing, the helmets is going to take a hit because I'm going to be working at my car. So I made a decision to sell it. That was maybe May 2020.
And you didn't like the contact?
And I didn't like contact. Helmets was a good excuse out of the
I thought I'd drop that in, yeah.
Yeah. And the practice days made him realise that.
Yeah.
With no contact.
Thinking, how am I going to hit someone at the end of this train?
I did actually come out of one of the corners in Tully Road, like, and it was a bit sideways, out of control, man, and hit the wall, and I got winded. I was like, how do these people do this? Like I've literally hit that. I thought it was a big hit, and I was saying that I was a big hit, and he was like,
You just glanced it. You sound like my dad, you do.
Yeah. And there's Jamie, hasn't lifted out of the throttle yet.
Yeah.
No, I have no idea.
Jamie, out over the chip van, the foot's still pinned.
This is so boring.
No, I think the first time I properly had my first ever Superstock, I felt it was going well. I bailed it into the wall, coming out of the corner. Like I was coming out of the corner and I just kept going straight. And I obviously didn't know any better just to lift out of it. I just kept the foot on it and pulled the corner out of it.
As you do, yeah.
And it felt really, really sore. I was like, I was same as John. I was like, how do these boys put up with this? I was like, because it was harder than any hit I had in the 1300, just because of how hard I hit the wall. But then I just fixed it and kept going.
See, just when you're saying about putting them in the wall, do you remember 23, the practice day before Ipswich? I took your Superstock out, so it was like a practice day. He always runs a practice day here the week before Ipswich. And
full speed weekend.
Yeah, so this was like going way forward in time here, but anyway, I wasn't racing at that time. I had a year out, and I basically took Jamie's car for the day. I was like, yeah, take it. So it pissed out of the heavens. The track was soaking, and I was going around like a drift king. I thought, I am brilliant.
I'm the boy.
So I was getting more confident, and I thought I was just like a complete hero. Like down into the turns 3 and 4 in Tully Road. And I give it a big flick, like Scandinavian flick. So when it steered like that, and then when I got again, it just nose push. And the wall was just coming, and I was like, oh no.
Then I
had
a load of fixing to do then.
Just slapped it in, pulled the corner, and wrecked his bumper like 4 days before Ipswich. That was the last time I ever drove a Superstock.
That's the last time he'll ever let you have a go in his Superstock.
Yeah. Never again. But yeah, that was, so the helmets, they started... And then I got rid of the Superstock. Mm-hmm. And I had the rest, I got rid of that in May. And then helmets started to pick up. And then I bought a 2-litre hot rod in September of that year. Again, thought, great, right, there's racing every week. I'll buy a 2-litre. Bought it, done a meeting, and bang, country into lockdown again. I was like, oh my God. So I just spent all this money on a stock car.
That can't even race anymore.
That I can't even race anymore. And I literally put every penny I had into it.
Oh no.
I was like, I'm now skint to look at a car.
I can't race.
Sitting in my garage. Like.
Did helmets also dip?
No. So, helmets
Hang on, while we get onto that, we go because
okay.
I want to deep dive into that.
Post.
Okay,
yeah.
Because what he's done is unreal.
Just interested, I'm interested.
Oh no, I'm interested. I want to get to it.
Yeah,
go on.
Heard the story. So what are we talking about here? Helmets or
no, the 2 litres.
2 litres, yeah. So race the 2 litre. This is where I have to talk about Tipperary again, isn't it?
Tipperary and Holland.
We'll start with Tipperary. So the car I bought, I done one meeting, lockdown.
Did you buy it over here or was it?
Yeah, so I bought it off a guy in Ballymena called Thomas Morrison. Bought it rolling, just put a standard C-Tag engine in it and went racing. Over the winter then we put a 106 body on it, re-panelled the whole thing, new bumpers and put a new seat in it and stuff. Come back from lockdown. First meeting was Tipperary. That was fine. I think I won the heat and got second in the second heat and second in the final. Fine. So it was quite decent in that. Done a meeting the following week in Ahadoo. Then the following day I thought it was a really good idea that I needed to go to Tipperary, which is 4 hours south. So Ahadoo is an hour away.
That's in mainland Ireland, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tipperary, yeah.
Yeah, Southern Ireland. South of Ireland.
South Ireland, sorry, yeah.
So Ahadoo is an hour away. It doesn't finish till like 11. So we drove home. I didn't get home till midnight. Had to change the diff here. So I didn't finish the car till like 4 a.m. Had to leave here at 7 in the morning. So I knew it was going to be a disaster.
Just carried on.
First heat, drove straight into a pile-up, and I don't know how because I've seen it the full length of the straight, and still
just kept it pinned.
I never lifted. I just done a Jamie, never lifted. In that, come in after the first heat.
Don't know how you got a flag off there in the middle of that. Yeah,
I got involved there.
Was fixing at it flat out. Had to put a corner in it. Had to tape the bumper up. Bust the radiator. Another funny story about the radiator. Jordan Robinson put his drill bit through the radiator. The Superstock World Champion. He went to drill the fan and just straight through the radiator. Yeah, so I had to go find another radiator. Went out for
and a new mechanic.
So I had to find another radiator. Got out for the second race, and about 4 or 5 laps in, I was coming off the corner. And Ryan McCrory from up here, I'll name him because it's funny. Sick him.
You've named nobody so far. Yeah.
It was a racing incident. Like, he was coming off the corner and he genuinely thought he was clear, and he just caught the front of my bumper by like an inch. Oh, sorry, Mike. That's a wee bit close now. Sorry, Chelsea. He caught the front bumper, and the wall in Tipperary is like a ramp, so it goes up.
Yeah.
And I just went up and like right up the wall and caught the flag stand.
Tried to kill the flag marshal.
And there's posts on top of the wall. Took 6 of them out, so that was.
Oh wow! The 2 litre hot rod.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was that car completely
finished. All the underside ripped apart.
I think I got the seat out of it, got the harness out of it, steering wheel buckled.
Kill switch.
You got the kill switch in the 1300.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, I think maybe we got the engine, but we had to give it a rebuild because they bust the sump and stuff on it. So literally only got maybe £600-700 worth of parts out of it, like
out of a 15 grand motor, probably.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
So that was.
So the wheels were all pulled apart.
Every
shocks
single
all
wheel, 4
split.
wheels was just totaled. 4 shocks totaled.
It obviously wasn't Paul's money because he's smiling over there.
Yeah.
He's not bothered.
He was like, I told him to go saloon.
He's delighted over there.
He did tell me that I shouldn't have been going to Tipperary that day, but I went anyway.
Paul knows best.
Yeah, should have listened to him. But yeah, so we took the rest of that year out again.
So what's at the end of the 2 litre?
That was the end of that 2 litre. We started to build another one July 21. Well, not me and Adam Best started to build it.
What, brand new?
Brand new, yeah.
Oh right.
That was the black and orange one.
Yeah.
Started that in September. Huh?
What chassis?
Slops and Adam Best chassis.
Slops,
Like
slop
from
chassis.
scratch?
Yeah,
Yeah,
from scratch. Yeah.
Did you copy the other one?
No, there was, unless you wanted it like a crisp packet all crumpled up. There'd have been no point copying it. No, I kind of done new stuff and tried loading of new things and just went modern with it. Finished that in January, got it done, and then was out for the start of the 2022 season, which was then my last season before Australia. Out of the box, the car was decent enough. Like, went Ipswich, got a heat win.
Taken off you.
Got shafted. Cheers, Dean. Just put that in there.
What happened?
Why, go on.
Apparently I hit
You hit
Gavin.
what?
Apparently I hit Gavin Bodfield, but
Don't do that.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to do that.
No, that's not a good idea.
No, probably not. But I enjoyed it. I actually passed Boxer on the outside that day, and he went on to win the British Championship.
Boxer?
I'm not saying I'd have won it, but
But I did pass him on the outside.
Yeah.
Was he in the banger?
no.
Hear this.
Hear this here, like, you're gonna fold in Sunday, like. Yeah, so I ended up got third in that heat, and then started like 4th row inside, which, to be fair, I had quite a good buzz for in Speed Week again, like, because there was 42 cars or
And
something.
you 4th row inside.
Yeah.
Is that your first 2 litre speed weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah. That ain't bad at all, is it? Jesus Christ.
It's alright, isn't it?
Yeah, that
I
is.
got spun off. That's just not a climax. Like, I got spun
Oh,
off.
I don't think it was Ben.
Adam
Nobody in
Haytrick was
particular.
involved, but he didn't spin me off. He was spinning, and I had nowhere to go but his driver's door.
Oh.
And the two of us kind of went up onto the shale. I still finished, and like,
There was about 10 cars with bumper to bumper.
there was
just
a load of
just
people that
pushing.
spun off. Like, I think I might have got lifted.
Was your hands a bit like Rex's? You're like,
Yeah.
It's going to be a running joke here now.
Rex is getting an awful abuse here. But yeah, I don't know where I finished in that one. It wasn't really anything else happening. And then I went to Holland. in September. And I do believe still...
Was that like a Terra Power or something? Yeah.
At that time, I think I was the first one from Northern Ireland to take a car.
Was that a big weekend? Does a lot of English go to that then?
It was 7 or 8, Jimmy, wasn't it?
7 English, and then
I don't even think there was that.
Yeah.
You was the first Northern Irish to go
there was 30 cars, like. Went there, just like, so it got like a 21-hour boat, because it was meant to be 17 hours.
Well, you went from here?
Yeah.
All the way...
Dublin
So
to
we got a
France.
boat from Dublin to France. It was meant to be 17 hours, but there was a big storm.
Kept pushing you back.
Yeah. It's like, go home slaps. It took 21 hours to get off it, and then our 9-hour drive turned into like 14 hours because of the weather.
Jesus
On the
Christ.
wrong side of the road.
So it was a day and a half.
Was that a day and a half
We-
travelling?
yeah.
We left on Wednesday.
Please tell me you got more than one racing.
We left on Wednesday. We left on Wednesday afternoon, maybe 12 o'clock, and we didn't get there till 4 o'clock on Thursday morning. No, Friday morning.
It was it was late Friday night. Well, it was night time.
No, it was late Thursday night, so Friday morning.
Oh, well, yeah.
So like a full day and a half travelling.
Who won?
Oh,
Me and Jimmy
Just the two years.
in a Luton van.
Go on, boy.
Class.
The one that was here.
Yeah, the
Yeah, yeah.
Luton with
I
the
remember
car
it, yeah.
runs up into the back, yeah.
Class.
So we went in that.
Go on, boys.
Yeah.
We just went on an adventure.
Yeah.
Probably could have went on a more local adventure.
More local would have been alright.
That's just me. I just take a mad notion. Let's go to Holland and race a 2-litre. Jamie's like, aye, let's go. But yeah, won the first heat there.
Oh, right, so you're buzzing then.
Yeah.
As soon as you get there, you're buzzing.
Oh,
Right, that's
blew
worth
diff in
it.
practice, so it wasn't buzzing. 4 laps in, diff seized.
Right.
James Morris, Jack, I don't know. There was oil in it?
Was there?
Yes,
Okay.
because I drained it out and it went all over the grass. No, I picked it up actually. The Dutch government's not watching this. Yeah, we picked the oil up. Yes, blew diff. James Morris gave me a diff and then won the first heat. Started the next
Then
heat.
he took it back.
No, I actually got that heat. I got my wee bunch of flowers and my trophy and all. Went round. It was really funny because the guy was like asking me like questions in English, and then I was speaking, and then like 2 minutes later he was saying it in Dutch.
Interpreting it.
Class.
Yeah. I don't know what he was saying, but it definitely sounded cool. Like he could have been calling me a lot of names.
I
But
hope it was.
second he'd have started like last 27th or 28th, and I think we got 9th in that, so that put me inside second row of that national championship. Sat in second for ages, but the track's really hard on brakes, so it boiled my brakes. The brake fluid was black, so I got home in third. Like, so that's probably my best ever. Well, it is my best ever result. Like, had to go to Holland to get it. Like, but yeah, I still got it.
Mm-hmm.
Then the European was the week after.
Where was that?
Ahadui. So
Yeah.
we left Holland on the Sunday, Sunday night. Got home here on the Wednesday. Was the Wednesday, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't Wednesday. We were on for that.
Tuesday evening, maybe. Because we stayed in France on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Tuesday evening, literally took the car to the van, changed the diff, got it all ready, new tyres on it, and then went to Ahadui on the Friday for practice for the European. Struggled a bit with cars, just wasn't right. Like, qualified third row inside of it, so I was like getting constant good places. Like, but then it rained. It was the first time ever driving a back wheel drive in the wet. I didn't spin off. Don't say it. Don't say it. I know what you're going to say.
He laughed first.
Yeah. I didn't spin off. I think I got 10th or something, but I felt like I was about 4 laps down. I don't even think I got lapped, but it was just felt because I was constantly going back.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the next meeting was the Irish, and then sold it to the Dutch guy.
Why? No, you just had enough.
I was going to Australia.
Right. So that was then when
So
Australia started.
he had actually given me an offer in Holland, and I turned it down. And then I brought it home, and then I texted him. I was like, "Is that offer still stand?" Didn't right now.
Did it stand? No.
No, well, there was a bit of wiggle room. Took the VAT off it and went VAT free. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah, he bought it then, and then he bought that in November. We went to Lochgalley with it, and met them over there.
Oh, and he took it from you from there.
Yeah, and then went to Australia, and then that was my next year out, and then that's took us till now.
So then you come back from Australia. We get onto the work scene in a minute. So
Yeah.
you went to Australia, come back.
Yeah, come back
after a year. Yeah, it wasn't even a year, was it?
Meant to go for a year. It ended up like 5 or 6 months or something.
Yeah, and then you come back, and then you didn't have anything for a little while, did you?
Didn't have anything at all.
And you obviously got Jamie Super here.
So he wasn't racing at the time either because he had got wrecked. And I come home and I needed something to do because I was bored. So it started in, got his car out and got it ready. And he went back racing, so I was helping him and was fine. And then his world final that year was in Scotland. And I had always sort of my whole life wanted a national. And at that time I definitely couldn't afford it because I was home from Australia, which we'll get on to. But this car was for sale, and I was talking to Carl Sloan there. I was like, "Oh, is the car still there and that?" And he goes, "Yeah, it's still here." And I says, "Right, I'll come up on Monday or Tuesday and look at it." Went up on Monday and Tuesday and says, "I'll take it." I'm like, "I'll get you money across, on Friday. But as long as you keep it to Christmas." So I give him, I think it was £1,000. I was like, "But keep it till
deposit, yeah, and then I'll get you the rest of the money Christmas."
So I paid him £1,000 on the Friday, and I was driving home. And I was like, "How am I going to pay for this?" Because I'd literally given him the last £1,000. I was like, that wasn't the most smartest move there.
Not really great. No. Future life planning, sure it's not.
But I think it's the best thing ever happened because I just literally got knuckled down and work and just worked.
Because you knew you had to pay for it.
But I felt I had to do that after Australia because I come home, as we'll get on to, with not much left. And I had nothing. I had a Ford Sierra there. It was
nothing.
I hadn't even a road car. I had nothing. I had a suitcase full of dirty clothes for Mum to wash. That was it.
He'd never done it the whole 6 months.
Yeah. Not Paul.
Not Paul, no.
Paul.
So yeah, I felt I needed to do something like that. Probably not, I wouldn't advise it. Don't try this at home. But yeah, I think it's probably the best thing ever happened because I just got knuckled in. And
it pushed you to do well at work.
And it was about 2 or 3 weeks before Christmas. I was looking at the bank balance. I was looking at work. I was like, "Oh, this is tight, like,
can I do it?"
So I took in more jobs and just worked like stupid hours, like working to 3 in the morning and then up again at like 6 just to pay for it. But I'm glad I done it because I think if I wouldn't have done it then I would never...
You would never have pushed yourself to actually get to where you are now.
Yeah.
It does take stuff like that and everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Everything, that £1,000 that you exchanged is now put you in... The last 1,000 that you exchanged, the stupidest decision ever.
Yeah. And it wasn't until like he lives like an hour away and I was literally coming off the motorway. So I drove a full hour before I realised like
that's my last $1,000. And then that's where we are now.
Yeah, that's where we are now. Yeah.
Nice, with a National Hot Rod sat behind us. You probably can't quite see that in the camera, but yeah, a lovely National Hot Rod sat behind us.
Yeah, still the same car. Got a full rebuild over the winter. Me and Dad done it.
Which is I've seen is like a common thing with you. You buy something and then you just fully.
Well, my
it.
experience, John, you probably know this too. You can't buy second-hand stock cars. You can't buy a stock car and it won't it doesn't stay going. Any car I've ever bought, like I bought a good car, and I'm not dissing the car at all, but there was always small problems, like wiring problems, fueling problems.
That especially you and Paul were like, why are we racing it like that? Let's change it. Let's do that.
You need to strip it.
You pick one thing, and then you're like, we pick that and pick that. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And the throttle had stuck on it as well. I was maybe 4th meeting in, throttle had jammed open.
So let's change that.
Completely totaled it.
Yeah.
And it took all of last year to get all them issues. Like I had a cracked hub on the back. I was tortured with no brakes for months. Paddle spongy kept bleeding them chains and stuff, and I found like a hairline crack in the 2-piece shaft and like the hub. Small things that you would never really see.
Unless
an upright in the front broke before Ipswich, the practice day. But I mind checking it and I was like, no, it's fine. But there was that much grease around it. There was like a hairline crack. But all these wee cracks and things. And then over the winter I just said that I would need to strip this car right down, put new shafts in it, new wiring in it. The engine had been done last August anyway, so it was fine. Got the diff done, got the gearbox done. Just went through everything. Didn't fully wired bits of it. But like even the difference in that, I'd always struggled to get it started. Just felt like it had no power. Literally just stripped it, cleaned everything and built it back up. And it starts first go now, like.
It's all these little things. It's all the little things, and you probably know more than anyone, John. It's all the little things that make the difference.
It's so frustrating. It's not even. Sometimes it's money, sometimes it's time, isn't it? But it's both.
Sometimes money can't cure anything.
Sometimes
it's your time going through the cars.
It's just trying to get Paul to get his finger out. Like, come on, just sort this out, like.
Yeah.
You know, isn't it? So.
All right, cool. Moving on to Jamie then. So we talked about a pro stock, and then talked about moving into 1300s, which you obviously said, especially with Paul being there, you're stock car kind of people rather than hot rod kind of people. So then moving into stock cars, you made your way up. You know, you was pretty quick. You've been in a couple of world finals together as well. That you come over and raced a few times in England.
Well, in the 1300s only. I never raced England in the 1300s. I only done the Lochgelly weekends and them.
You didn't come. I thought you done speed weekend.
No, I never done speed weekend in the 1300s. Only done them in the Superstox.
Yeah.
Not really for any other reason other than I couldn't be arsed with the driving. Ipswich is too far away.
How far is Ipswich for you lot from here? What's the trip?
Well, we get the Dublin Holyhead boat, and it's usually
it's like
it's
it's 2 hours to Dublin, and then it's 2
hours to Dublin, and it's
6
hours from Holyhead to Ipswich.
Right, so that is quite a journey. Yeah.
How do you come over this weekend?
Full day, yeah.
How do you come over?
Liverpool, the overnight boat at Liverpool.
Yeah.
See, it's handier, but then it's more expensive.
It's more expensive. But
I'd rather pay that all day.
Yeah,
long.
I know. I always say that too.
But then you did sleep for 4 hours in the van earlier.
We did,
So
we had to catch up. I had a busy week, so we caught up with all the sleep. I don't know what Rex was doing.
He was just trying to reach the light switch. He just could.
Yeah, but no, I definitely agree that Liverpool boat is much better. It's more expensive, but the night boat, it's so much better.
It saves a night's sleep somewhere and all that sort of stuff, doesn't it? But
So then 1300s, you was in for a few.
So did you do like a Lochgelly together then?
We'd have done a Lochgelly together. Yeah, I've done 3 years in a row.
I done 18 and 19 in Lochgelly. 2018, 2019.
Yeah, we would have been. Yeah, we would have been there.
Can't remember.
It was probably about 2018 that we started branching out. And what year did we come in? The first year?
17.
Oh, so it was 2017 we branched out.
Like a mental ban after you were here. You definitely got at least a year ban.
For what?
More laps in the infield than you done.
Oh, probably. No, I don't think I've ever had a year. I never had a year.
That was the week or two after you were here, because I remember seeing the photos of you in Northampton.
Oh, that one.
The front corner.
Oh,
That was only 3 months.
Was it?
Yeah.
for what?
He was a bad boy, put it
It
that
was an infield shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in my defence,
And
then we're getting on to me here. In my defence,
Yeah.
we're at it with the Morphys, and I come out the corner and I
this.
see Will Morphy come on the infield and hit Jack. Jack was waiting up for Will, so yeah, fair enough, he'd done him. But then obviously the red mist, I see that, and the red mist hit me, and Will would hit him, spun that way, so his passenger side up, and I come out the corner, and I don't remember much, but I remember my car just steered towards him.
I hate when that happens.
And my car steered towards him, and he didn't stop, and my foot was pinned. And
Passenger door?
Yeah, passenger door.
Was that when your throttle stuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was at the end of the straight as well. They were just both about like looking like they were coming on the track. So and I full length.
Is that tarmac then, or is that shale?
No, that was shale. That was the first world final shale there. That was when George Morphy actually won the world. I think he won the world that year.
In the Civic?
No, George, not Luke. George was in the Corsa. He won the world, and I think that was the same meeting. I think that was the world final meeting. And it might not have been, but it was that year it first went shale. Yeah, and I'd done him straight in the passenger side. And I only got 3 months for that. He got 3 months, I got 3 months. I think all 4 of us might have got 3 months. Charlie, Jack, Will and me. But yeah, and that was a few threats thrown about there. But it's racing, isn't it?
What year was that?
2015.
Was
it not?
No.
2017?
Yeah.
2015 was the world final when he took me out.
Hannesford?
Yeah,
because I was there.
Yeah, he took me out to the world final then.
Was that the Hamill one?
Yeah.
Hamill pulled
Hamill
off,
was
didn't he?
leading that.
He was leading it and he
Not
pulled
that one?
off.
15?
It was me, Hamill and Will dicing for a little while, and then Will took me in and done me into the wall, took me out the lead, and then it was him and Hamill ended up pulling off.
Crank's answer, I think. fell off.
Yeah, but Luke Morphy was waiting up anyway and took everyone else out. Took Adam O'Dell out and took Mark Bloss out. So no one had a chance of winning.
So that was 15, is it?
That was 15, and then 2017 I got my revenge of him taking me out in the World Final. And I've done him straight through the passenger side. Not overly proud of it, but
you are. Don't worry.
But yeah, he done Jack and infield and I come and done him. So it was a bit of a ricochet thing. Anyway, we're not talking about me.
John does that all the time.
Yeah, but that's right. And so then 1300s, what made you then sell that and get a Superstock? Was it straight away?
No, it wasn't straight away. I got rid of it. I just started losing it a wee bit. Just pace-wise,
you didn't have the pace.
No, I tried loads of different things and I just couldn't really.
Were the 1300s competitive here then?
Back then,
no,
really.
Not really. No.
I wouldn't say they're competitive, but I couldn't keep up. Couldn't.
What do you say? Boring.
They weren't. No.
I couldn't make it the red roof. So
you seem pretty confident that they weren't. Look.
I couldn't make it the red roof, so I didn't know what else I could do. So I sort of threw the head up a wee bit and got rid of it. And then
this is what I mean by his temper.
But then about 3 months later or so, a Superstock for sale in Scotland, and I went and bought it, like quite an old one, but it's fine to learn in. Who was it? Lewis Willis, was one of his.
Dan Smith actually originally built it in 2006.
Be terrible.
Dan Smith.
If that car is actually still here, not here, but it's still in the country.
Yeah.
What age would that be now? Probably like 15 or 16-year-old car now, which is quite old, but
it's actually
it's still here. But it was fine for me to learn in. I learned how to drive them, and then finally sort of bit the bullet a wee bit. I was like, I have a bit of money here, I'll build a new one. So I ordered a new one off of Luke Ranch. And
off of who?
Luke Ranch.
Luke Ranch.
That's this one.
Is that one?
Yeah, that's the first one.
So how do you go from struggling in 1300s to then being one of the quickest in a Superstock? Is it the driving style?
I have no idea.
Is it you maturing and then actually... Oh, it's Paul. It's Paul.
Right.
Paul.
John Christie just pointed a Paul for anyone who's on Spotify.
He's just standing there like a legend.
So you're obviously a rear-wheel drive man anyway? Yeah, so the front-wheel drives you probably didn't quite didn't understand. But then as soon as, obviously, Jamie got in a rear-wheel drive, you're like, right.
Yeah.
We get to the front.
To be fair, at the time, the 1300s was just crap here.
Was they?
The numbers had fell off, and the racing wasn't good, and it was just somebody taking somebody else out, and anybody that was quick got just took out. It was literally just banger racing. It wasn't like, it's all right doing that when there's speed weekend, when there's 70 cars in track.
But when
you're racing around with 10, and he's leading the race, and somebody's waiting on him, it's pointless. So that's why.
Was that happening?
Was the Superstock's obviously a lot more competitive than over here?
Even then, they still weren't.
They were getting there when I went and bought one, and then by the time I got the new one, the numbers were hitting nearly 30 a meeting for at least half the year, and they were really, really good. Like
it was good to watch them.
I think the lowest the car numbers was that year was 21 cars.
If we had low 20s, that would have been seen as rubbish. But like in today's numbers, you'd be wishing for that.
Which in Northern Ireland for any contact class is good. Like
quality,
20 odd cars
definitely.
is really good here. Like for a small country, So.
Especially when you can race an F2 half an hour up the road. So that I know they're not the same, but they're similar. They're similar chassis.
What are 2 numbers at the minute?
Similar to Supers now.
Similar to Supers at the minute, yeah. They're
10,
low
12.
teens.
It's poor.
Is that what you're getting at the minute?
I'm not getting nothing at the minute.
Numbers wise in the Superstocks.
For numbers for Supers.
Oh, right, sort of low teens. I was getting an F2.
How many he fires in on an average night?
Yeah.
13, 11 cars out.
I don't fire anybody in.
GoPro footage to say different.
So you're saying it's definitely a bit of pull that. Well, actually,
yeah.
John's saying it. Everyone's new that's saying it. John was saying it's a bit of pull. You and Paul putting your head together.
Yeah.
Do you work out the setup yourself?
Well, between the two of us, we do it all ourselves. We're not the type to run to other people looking things.
No, it doesn't seem like it, especially with all the rebuilds and stuff like that. You're not spending a load of money elsewhere. You'd like to do stuff in house.
But that's it. We like to do it ourselves. It's not we have to or.
That's it.
We have an interest in doing it, so we just do it. We like the engines and stuff too.
It's the best way to do it. Anyway. Definitely.
You do your own engine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
That's probably the only Superstock on the track that was never
Literally never breaks down.
Never once.
Brilliant.
Now it's if he pulls a wheel out of it, that's different.
But that's Jamie's fault. Yeah.
My fault.
You always see ones with like frying wiring looms, half shafts breaking, stuff like that. That naturally.
which is a good, like it's good as a mechanic. You know, it is. It's a big.
It's an easy job,
isn't it? It's a big deal. Like if it's reliable, it's isn't it? It's a big
yeah. If you're going out there, you spend loads of time in the garage, but it never finishes a race. It's a bit disheartening, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then you never get a car going well either. So I think that's partly why I think I've got sort of to where I am at the minute.
Because you are finishing every race, and you can put the time on the track and then in the garage. Also, we spoke to Tommy and Chopper Howard about Superstox, but what sort of? I mean, do you race every other week in the summer? Is it every 2 weeks?
Near enough. Sometimes you can maybe go 3 weeks in a row, or 3 or 4 weeks in a row, and then maybe have 2 weeks out. But that's
what sort of time do they take? Because a lot of people that I speak to about supers, they say they're very twitchy and they're very time consuming. You've got to be on them all the time to get them at their peak. How many days in the garage you got doing?
He wants to have
I usually, unless I've damage repair, I don't touch it the Friday.
Oh, you don't?
No. I literally give it a once over, check everything's tight, rotate all my tyres and clean them, change my diff if we're going to Hadoo or Tyrone, and scale it, and that's it.
So over here, there's not actually a lot you need
not
to do.
from my end, no. Some other people might disagree and say they're at them every night of the week, but I'm not like.
For like a 1300 then, what are you doing from meeting to meeting, apart from damage fix?
Yeah, so we come back from the World Final weekend, and Nick raced my white Adam, and to come back, and it was 6 evenings. It was 6 evenings on it, and then 1 full day, and that was pretty much. Some of it was me on my own, some of it was me and Rex, and then the full day on it, it was me. It was 3 of us. Like, it's a lot. It was, yeah. We had a month's worth of work in 2 weeks, basically.
Is this how Rex normally sits in the garage?
Yeah, normally. He's normally got food in his mouth and all, so. Or a Red Bull, yeah.
And how much of that is box iron, and how much is like suspension?
So we spend.
Measuring.
I spent 2 evenings on metalwork, 3 in the end actually, because I had to take it over. So on my own it was 2 evenings, and then I've done the welding with Rex for the 3rd day, and then we come and took all the suspension off, everything that was bent, the whole front subframe, everything come off in the rear subframe and the rear bed. Took it all off in that day, the 3rd day. 4th day was get all the new stuff ready, get it ready for paint the car, paint the subframe, paint the rear axle, and then the next day put that all in and then paint the roof, and then it was another day on setup and check over.
That's busy.
Yeah, that's busy.
It was a heavy weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah, so Nick, we'd done 6 races or 7 races, so it's just 2 meetings.
The last race on the
Yeah,
Sunday,
we smashed each other up.
you were in the wall.
You actually followed him in, did you?
Basically, yeah.
Because I was
pushed by
like,
specs.
"Tez, what are you doing here?" Like,
Well, basically, I come up the inside of him, and every time I come up the inside of someone, if they've got a mirror or not, I always just lean on them, just to let them know there's someone there. And if you come across me, you're probably going in. And he didn't let off, and I didn't let off. And obviously, and then by the time we went into the corner and I did let off, then the 3 people behind me never let off. Yeah. And he just pushed us, and I followed him straight in. Yeah, basically. And his car was already damaged.
You ended up at me.
Yes, it was you. Yeah.
And then you were just like you're just sitting in the car, you just got lifted up.
Yeah.
You just like.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I sit there, and then obviously my adrenaline's going. I'm like nope, it's not starting. Right, it's got to be electrical or something like that. And then you look to your right, and you see all the leaders coming back, and you're like, oh, for God's sake, please don't hit me.
Yeah.
I could do with not being it right now. Yeah, and then the wave jellied it and got lifted up.
Just
John Christie sitting in front of me like that.
just in the wheel hanging out.
Yeah. But no, that took 6 evenings and 1 full day.
It's a lot of work. Like.
Yeah, but oh yeah, but the week before, no, the month leading up to before World Final with 2 cars that were both in bits to get ready, that was just disgusting. We was out there pretty much 4 or 5 nights a week till 11 o'clock at night every night. Yeah, didn't see Chelsea much. Didn't see my bubba much. Didn't see Chelsea much. But she knew what needed to be done, and obviously we agreed for Nick to race the car. But I didn't realise how bad the car was.
Yeah.
And he was like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing that?" And I'm like, I said I'd let you race it.
Fair
So so we got Nick's car ready first before mine, and we only had a week and a half. We'd had 3.5 weeks on Nick, 2.5 weeks on Nick's, and then we had a week and a half on mine.
Every night, like, or near enough every night?
Much, yeah. It was long hours, and I didn't film any of it because I just couldn't. It would just been because the filming takes twice as much time.
Yeah.
Twice as much.
I've seen how long it took the set.
Exactly. Imagine the latest garage video, the amount of angles I've got and the amount of the footage I've got. It's literally when you're out there on your own. There's no one moving the camera for you. You've got to do something, move the camera. Do something, move the camera. Do something, speak to the camera. It was long. So that I agreed. I was like, I'm not doing a video on it. I've got so much to do.
Yeah, just
whenever Chelsea's welding a 1300 on, you can't like set up cameras as well. You know, you can't do everything.
She was at home keeping the home alive and keeping Bubba alive. Yeah, she done her part without having to be in the garage, luckily. But yeah, people don't see all that, which is why when I come on the pod, I like to speak to people like Jamie. People have told me that they're on it every day.
Well,
Jamie,
I did say maybe don't start the Friday night, but that's on a normal meeting. For that world meeting, that car was only out the last meeting before I had to, because it lay in the garden for about 6 months. Gathering.
Did you have another one then?
I had a built-in brand new one off Luke.
You built?
Oh
right, yeah.
But I don't know. I just took a head stagger and sold it. Somebody was looking at it, so I sold it to them.
Right money, right offer.
Yeah, Dean Castlewood bought it.
Everything's always for sale.
The supers here at that time were starting to get a bit worrying. They were down to like 10 cars, and there was
rules
only
and
like
stuff.
2 quick people, and it was just wasn't any use.
It's not the best race,
I need
especially
a lot
for
of
the
money
money they are.
tied up in the car, and I actually said to him, I'm like, if somebody wants that car, don't advertise it, like, but if somebody's interested in it, if they get paying the right money,
just get rid of it.
Take it.
Yeah.
And then that was.
And then obviously this was the first one.
Yeah.
The first one you got from Luke.
So I gathered that back in out of the garden, and I had enough spare parts there to all bolt into it, apart from running gear. Or no, I did have all running gear. I had to make all the arms were all different size compared to the new car, so I had to cut and shut arms and stuff, and got everything all bolted into it.
And then you went and got second.
It was really fast, by the way.
Well, it wasn't fast enough.
Really fast, wasn't it?
Sort of.
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe spent another couple of hours on it. Maybe could have got there.
And now you're back full time in them, or you just?
I don't know about full time.
Right.
Maybe here and there.
Here and there.
Is it not full time?
I don't think so.
No. And then moving on to John.
Hold on, can I go to the toilet?
You crack on.
That was a big announcement to go to the toilet.
Oh. All right, we'll have a toilet break. We'll have a top up on the drink. Back from the toilet break. Moving on to John Christie. John.
We're trying to work out why I'm here, really, aren't we?
Well, you're my co-host at the minute. That's what I've discovered. You're getting into the nitty-gritty that I normally have to get into, but you're doing it for me. But now we'll talk a bit about your racing. So, obviously, growing up in a massive national hot rod family, what was your early racing memories to then, all the way from there to then being, the Grand Slam national hot rod? Where does it start and where is it at the minute?
Just my dad racing, and I didn't really care about racing. It was just like going to Ballymena and Ahadui, doing like running races with Andrew Murray, and not really caring about racing. I didn't really care about it, but didn't really get into racing myself. I started when I was 13, contact. I actually prefer contact in my early days. So the juniors back then was contact, and left juniors at 16 and went to production cards, which was just kind of like 1300s, kind of like a bigger CC's version in back home here to 1300s, and loved F2s, just loved F2s, but but with the family connections and all that,
Dad, I don't want to get an F2. No.
and I really wanted to, but it just wasn't really happening. So, and then I'd worked for my dad for years for nothing, for no wages, just what? Every day, just mechanicking, right. And came to, I just had enough. I was just gonna leave, and he goes, well, I'll give you the hot rod, which was his hot rod, which was his Fiesta that he had raced. He goes, I'll give you that to stay. And I was like, right. So I turned up at Ballymena in a hot rod, and people just come over. It's just like, right, what do you want? What do you need? I'll help. What can I do? All that. So I just kind of was just hemmed into racing hot rods then, just so. And I'm not being funny. Whenever you step into a national,
That's quite scary.
it's that. Yeah, you just it's just good. It's just good. You step
Once
into
you
national.
go that way, I don't like. Honestly, once I'm finished in these, that's me. I don't think
There's no going back to something else. Is that how you feel and all?
You know, well, but it's just it's hard to sort of go to, and obviously my family history and all that, it's just hard to. For me, it was a natural thing, and I sort of got put into it, and it just happened, and then you stick with it. But once you're there, it's hard to go to something else.
So was that a 16 that you got put in there?
No, it was like early 20s then, because like I'd done juniors, done that production class for 3 or 4 years, and then did nothing for a couple of years, and then
The opportunity come.
And then it was like he said, my dad was just like, right, well, instead of wages, I'll give you a car, and I was like, did it, and then the next thing you know, you're racing sort of thing. So it was either that or nothing, like what sort of thing. So did it, but
how long did it take then to go from jumping in that first time to then being one of the top drivers?
2 or 3 years, to be honest. Because productions was just really standard car sort of
Front
thing.
wheel drive as well.
It was back wheel drive. It was
It
a Chevette. It was a Vauxhall Chevette.
Right.
Mostly racing with Sierras, Mark II Escorts, that sort of thing. And then, but
You're going way back in the years here.
yeah. So it was actually an Andy Stewart. It was a wee Andy Stewart car that he had sitting. So, but yeah. So just sort of, and I was just in it, and hot rods is really good to be in. It's not as good like 1300s, Superstox, F2s, F1s. It's good to watch, but if you're in a hot rod race with a really good, like round Ipswich or round Hannes or whatever, hot rod race is good to be in, and a hot rod to drive around an open track is really good to be in.
Hot rod's one of them, sorry to interrupt, it's one of them things you could, even if you're last, you're still driving around like
Even if you're on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is so it's hard to sort of turn that away. You've got a car,
The opportunity's there.
and all that, and then people sort of willing to help me. So, so yeah, basically sort of to a certain extent being sort of pigeonholed with that, but yeah, I do really appreciate watching Contact. I've raced an F1 a couple of times, and I love watching F1. I love the concept of F1s, but obviously living here and no F1s being here, we bit sort of hard to sort of justify doing that one, racing across the water all the time.
Don't know if you could.
But like, what about you? So if you weren't doing it 1300s,
What would be my formula I want to do?
Well, what's your it would
be F1s, yeah.
Would you go straight from 13s?
If I had the budget, yeah,
Yeah?
I'd go straight into F1s. I think they're cool as anything. And
way-
I think
You're
it
gonna be
takes.
there to watch the first lap.
Yeah,
Pardon?
Me and John's coming to watch your first
100%.
Yeah.
I'm there. Yeah.
Hopefully, if the YouTube takes off and it can fund the F1, then
Yeah.
we'll be there. And I'll definitely.
Do you-
There's something about them that just the noise, the V8s,
the crowd.
the
West
crowd they
Ram.
bring in, yeah. The other option will obviously be like if you was to do a season on unlimited bangers, that'd be another thing. But bangers just don't do it for me like stock cars do.
Yeah.
There's some people,
It's different,
hot
isn't
rod
it? It's
people.
different.
Some people hot rod people, some people bang people, some people
The
stock
thing
car
about
people.
F1s is it's like an independent body, so it's nearly like a travelling circus, wouldn't
Yeah.
be the word to use.
Yeah, it is.
It is,
but
yes,
it's like a
it
travelling
is.
roadshow.
Yeah.
Like we're a wee bit like that, but nowhere near the
No.
level that F1s is. Like they've even got their own independent like media teams.
Yeah.
That's travelling around and vlogging it. And
Yeah, definitely. I think F1s, it would be
Well,
my dream.
Well, I've done one banger meeting ever, and I'll never do another one. But it's just so different. The
Can you
mentality.
tell us a wee bit more about that?
Yeah, go on. Go on. Before you get any further, go on.
The mentality.
Because this
Is,
is one of the
Well,
greatest national hot rod drivers have a go in bangers.
the mentality is just so different, is it? Because so I was just going up a straight. Well, I was sitting in a 1 litre micro.
What did you do the World Cup?
No.
Oh
No, it's just like a
Domestic.
Just and I was just like sort of sitting there, just going, you know,
Like that?
yeah,
In
like
that
that. And then the next, it wasn't Dino McGrath was behind me. I was second last, and Dino was last. And we're going up. There was 50 odd cars, and he was behind me, and the green flag went out up that straight, and he just lifted and put 5 boys into the wall before they reached the green flag. But to be fair, he just went round me to do it. And I was like, that could have been my day over. And I was just doing this for charity. It was a charity thing that they were doing it. And I was just like, that's
Yeah,
it.
get up.
That could have been it. And then so in the second heat,
He's still in the micro.
so the next race, I got took out a couple of times and all that, and then the final, I got put in, followed in, and then got like driver's door and all, and then you've got the marshals up in the bank going like. And I'm like, don't fucking smile about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't need to be so happy that I've just been driver's doored. Like, I'm okay, but you don't need to be so happy about it. But so whenever you're getting put in, whenever they're, you know, so like you should run the wall. You know, so if you're going up the straight and you know you're going to get followed in.
Yeah.
If you follow the wall, it won't be as hard.
No.
But the natural thing for me is just to follow the curb. But if you follow the curb, you're
And they
just
pick
going
you
to
up.
you're just going to get picked up and put in harder. I just didn't get that. And then the next thing you're sitting on the wall with your finger broken, your neck sore and all that there, just going like,
Oh no. Yeah, that was brilliant. Yeah.
that was fantastic. You know what I mean? So
Did you not get jacked up?
and the worst part was that Natalie and her whole family was delighted. So I'd raced hot rod for years and they hated it. And my wife and the family, like, so after the second heat before the final, the whole car was pretty well folded on this wee micro, and I was holding the porta power trying to get the shock mounts back out to where they should be, and I was like pump the porta power, and the next thing I looked, and it was like Natalie's dad, he's like just delighted going. The porta power. I was going, you've hated hot rods for 5 years and you're loving the fact that I've just been nearly killed. You know what I mean? So yeah, thumbs up. Yeah.
Everyone's just got the thumbs up. John's like this, I want to go home.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So there's a lot to be said for bangers. I do get it and all that, but
Careful now, Rex is in the corner.
but then you've got he's raging over there. Rex is absolutely livid. Yeah, but yes, I agree. F1s and F2s, Superstox, is the general mentality is racing, contact,
Yeah.
entertainment.
Yeah.
The general mentality is what it is about, which is getting a crowd in.
Yeah.
Isn't it like and the best man winning most of the time, isn't it? Yeah. You know, isn't it? That's what it's all about, isn't it? Like, but F1s is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Which-
I think it definitely. If there was anything I could do, national hot rods is just now hot rod racing in general. I mean, obviously you two are both hot rod boys, but just the non-contact side of it, it's just.
It's actually hard to take in.
Yeah.
I am going to do a couple of non-contact formulas.
Nationals.
Well, if someone lets me have a go.
We can look at that. We can
Yeah.
look at that. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, even a stock rod or a 2 litre hot rod would definitely be good. Just to show it on the channel, and for me, just to show people about non-contact racing, and that it's not easy, it's not hard.
It's definitely it's a completely different style. Like, it's not like, it's different sitting knowing you can't hit the car, so you have to try and drive around them, instead of like, it's different sitting in one of these and you're just sitting there.
Yeah.
But it's just a completely different style of racing. Like, it's
But then shell or tarmac for you.
Well, we have now just moved to being shell people. because I've just won my last 2 titles on shale. Considering I hated shale about 6 months ago, I didn't like the inconsistency of shale. That's the only problem. Like, we could come here, like today, Nuts Corner, we went and practiced, and we're quick. And if it stays dry tomorrow, I know the car's going to be there. Shale, you do say you do a weekender. One day you go out there and the car's quick. Next day, nothing's changed. The weather's still the same. You go out there and the car's terrible because the shale has changed.
Do you constantly change the car and shit, or do you just change your driving
constantly.
style?
You're more.
Big changes, or
So like I say it now, we went out there on like a dry setup for the first race of the weekend for the European that I won, and we were terrible. And I thought we're going to dry up. It's a hot day, but because your first race of the day, the shale is so wet still, where they've been grading it and doing this, doing that it just took so long to come on that it was stayed wet. So therefore, you then go to a wet setup for the first race of the day. Yeah. So then the next race I'm on is the 5th race. So you're like, right. So what I should have done, I've gone wet for the first race, second race, changed spring, changed tyres, and gone dry for the second race. And then obviously for the last race of the day, I would have probably stayed dry because the track had then gone in. So you imagine that. That's the weather ain't changed all day, but the track has. So then you are changing massively. Yeah. Whereas like a hot tarmac day, all you're going to do is change tyres just to keep the tyres cool. You're not going to change any setup. If you've got the setup bang on, you're not going to change it. So shale is more. Although there are probably more people doing shale because they say, the tarmac boys are too quick. They're spending too much money.
Tires.
But they're actually they do more work than we do to get the car right. Well, the quicker ones do. Yeah. As much as some of them say they don't. I've been there and done it. They do. Because they know what the track's going to be like from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. So, but the last 2 major titles we won was on shale, so we have now copped into shale people, haven't we, Rex? So yeah, if we don't win this weekend, we don't matter because we're shale boys.
Yeah, Rex loves it.
Rex always looks so happy.
Doesn't he? He's just like, isn't he so cool?
Rex is going home with John today.
Right, John, so we passed over. What goes on from being mediocre in the National Hot Rod to then being Grand Slam winner, World Final winner?
It's just wanting to do it, isn't it?
What are you doing different? What's the days in the garage like?
Is that the common denominator?
What?
Do you want to win?
Yes.
Do you want to win?
What did you do differently then to
you're not
win?
going to ask me the same question?
Not yet. Not yet, Slops.
Do you want to win?
I'd love to win.
Yeah.
It's not do you want to win? I'd love to win. Have you won a race in Nationals yet?
I've actually won 6. Final and 5 heats.
Oh, nice. So we can win.
That's a distant memory now.
From Redriff?
No, yellow. Right, John, back to you. We're
John.
talking about you here.
Because we haven't had a National Hot Rod driver on yet. Now we've got 2.
Yeah.
And we got one. What roof are you at the minute?
Blue.
So we've got a blue roof and then we've got a Superstar. Yeah.
I remember doing, before my first World, I remember...
What year is this?
Well, we're talking like 2000 and...
It was 14 you won it?
13 on it, yeah. So it's like, this is like, my first World was...
Who was winning it?
Pauline.
Pauline!
Who was winning at the time then?
Hi, Pauline!
Who was World Final winner then? 2014.
So Glenn Bell was the winner before me.
Right.
So yeah, I've been racing for a few years before that. But I remember my first World. I remember like trying to qualify for it because there's only 5 or 6 qualified from home back then.
From Northern Ireland,
yeah.
The top 5 in the points.
Yeah. So
right. Yeah.
And
so that's quite hard to get into anyway.
Yeah. So there was, and everybody racing was pretty good. And I remember like going up like Ballymena, and I was still like my first or second year, and just sort of still trying to get in, trying to get into it. And then Chelsea isn't having it. Sure, she's not. No, she's not having it at all. And then I just remember being like, had like Keith Martin outside me or inside me, whatever it was, McCall, Clive Richardson and Doak all like around me, and it was like if I didn't finish whatever it was second or something in that race, I wasn't getting into the world final. And I just like going out onto like start and finish straight, going up onto the wall, like right up onto the, like the same as Tipperary. It had like the sort of the banked wall thing.
Bank, yeah.
And like 2 wheels up onto it, and then still managed to make it round the outside of whoever it was I was on, and getting back in again in a couple of places, and that got me into the world final. But I just remember going up that straight, just being like, I'm a hot rod driver now. Like sort of from racing juniors and productions and all that, and like racing for like a year or two, whatever, and like being a bit of a nothing. And going to my first hot rod meeting with my dad had said, right, the car's yours, go for it. And go onto the trailer, and the brake pedal being solid, and trying to figure out what was wrong. And the car had sat for 2 years outside, and the brake fluid had like crystallised. I couldn't work out what was wrong. Blew the bottle apart. Still turned up for the second heat, and like just driving around with scrap tires on from like 6 years earlier, and all that. And then like a year later, doing this, and like being like going from being like a bit of a nothing and like not really being taken seriously, to like
putting your name out there, yeah.
And then like qualifying for the world, and then the first world that I was in, I qualified outside front row on the lap times, and was like out of nowhere a bit, and then was running third, and Mike Reardon actually. Mike Reardon, I can't remember. He did something like put water out, and I hit it, or something like a water or petrol or something, and I hit the wall, and still finished 6th with the front wheel hanging out of it. Like
in your first world final.
Yeah, and then I did nothing ever since. Basically, it's kind of went downhill ever since from there. That's a long time ago now, but so yeah, it's just, but it's persistence, isn't it? If you want to do it, if you're going to do it and you want to do it,
it took me 7 years to win my first title. 7.
Yeah. So if you're gonna, and once you've done it, you sort of have to keep trying, don't you?
Definitely.
And all that. You have to sort of keep pushing for it, like, don't you? So
I've been on at 9 on it. Still don't have anything to show for it.
But then you see some people at the age of 16, come in.
Yeah.
And you're like, wanker.
yeah, basically, isn't it?
It's nowadays with the ninja cards, I think.
Well,
ninja
yeah,
cards
isn't it? Which is a big thing. Well, what age did you start?
13.
Same as me, actually. Yeah. So, what about you?
And
I never started. I think I was like, was it
24?
2015? I started 2016, so that's 9 years ago. 21.
21.
Yeah, I started, yeah.
Never
see,
turned away.
whereas like, especially
Yeah.
with me, my old man was like a top blue, low red
And what?
stock rod driver.
Yeah.
Never won any titles. I think he got second in a series. That was probably his best thing.
Mm-hmm.
But he was never like, he was only one man band on his own,
Yeah.
pretty much, and just
Yeah.
learning everything himself.
Yeah.
And he never had any backing. So like to then put that on me, you know, he wasn't the best, but then we worked at it together. And as I say, it took us 7 years to work together to then get a title. So then, you know, you have got people that are coming in at 16 into the adult formulas with doing 8 years in the juniors
Either more
with the
experienced
ninjas.
than you.
Yeah, the ninjas and the mini stocks or junior might or whatever, with a family that has done very well
With experience,
exactly
money,
and
all
money
that sort of
and
stuff.
experience, and then obviously they're going to get the shot that you never had, because as you say, my old man was you know, we didn't come from money, didn't come from a championship family. So yeah, it's a lot harder for some people, but then persistence, if you want it, like you said, if you want it, you're going to get it. It might not be in the first year, might not be in the first 9 years, but if you want it, you'll end up getting it.
And if you've got Rex,
He's actually won 2 championships since he's been with us.
you know what I mean? If you've got Rex is there.
Rex is like a cheat code.
So we won me and Dad won the English, and then moving on to the like Supreme and European, it was mostly me and Rex. Dad's there in the background now if I ever need a phone call or whatever reason. But yeah, so maybe it's Rex. Maybe I needed him 7 years ago. He would have been. He'd have been about 5.
Get.
We need to import Rex.
Yeah.
His ancestors are from here, so.
There you go. There you go.
You can't pull a national with a high ab though.
As much as anyone would like to.
Yeah. Use boys and NF1.
Pardon?
That's use boys and NF1.
Yeah, so that's the dream for us. Well, dream for me. He'd probably like to see unlimited bangers. But yeah, the dream for me would be F1. We're back from another break because we got told off by the boss that I was telling people about Teb's racing stuff that's not been out to the world yet. So, John Christie, we went from the first world final to now. Let's move on to the world final you did manage to win. Talk us through that.
I shouldn't really have won it.
That's a good start.
Chris Hurd was leading it, and
What year is this?
Chels has had enough here. Chels was like,
What year is this?
2013.
Yeah,
It's a long time ago. Long time ago.
that was a few years ago now, wasn't it?
It is.
How long?
What? How long is that? 12 years.
12 years ago.
What year? 2013. I was there Tullyroan Open
12.
because you actually done your World Champions thing in Tullyroan. There was you, Ryan
True.
Abernathy, Nigel Jackson,
True,
Shane
yeah.
Murray.
But the year before, yeah.
Why did I know that? That's bad.
So yeah, I'd raced for 8 or 9 years at that point. How long have you done? How long have you been racing?
9.
See.
Same as JMG one then.
This year. Next year.
Yeah.
Next year. Not the latest.
Yeah. And I'm really rubbish, so you should be
Well,
dead on.
I don't know about that.
I'm 10 years in.
Well, you're just a late bloomer.
So yeah, but sort of got a bit lucky. The way the grid was done back then, if you finished where you finished in the points, kind of put you further up the grid, and I finished second in the points, so it kind of put me up near the front. I did a bad lap time, but I was still near the front of the grid.
They still put you up near the front. So
And,
you qualified in your groups, I would have guessed, like we sort of do.
Yeah.
As opposed to now, it is just time trials.
Yeah,
Whereas
yeah,
before
yeah.
then, it was time trials in your group.
In your groups, yeah.
Yeah. I've got
So
you.
I kind of got lucky near the front, and then I did set the car up for the 75 lap race, which worked out for me in the end because the race wasn't stopped, or I don't think it was stopped.
You didn't have one stoppage.
Don't think so. Might have been one near the start, like 5 laps in, but then it was like 70 laps
I watched
non-stop.
it yesterday. Disclaimer, there was no
That's
stop.
sad.
Motors TV.
Okay, but I think it was like a stoppage 5 laps in, and then from then on it was like straight through. And I actually got lucky again because I hadn't changed the radiator for about 5 years from the car was new, and it was full of shale, and it overheated halfway through.
Where you been racing?
So
You doing a meeting in
Mildenhall.
Ipswich, yeah.
Right, yeah,
Literally
yeah.
the shale at Ipswich had like, I'd always done the Thunder 500s, and they'd been like 2 or 3 wet ones. And so I was like halfway through, and it started to overheat. Gauge was full of the clock. And I was like, sure, I left it off and just like sat back in front of McDonald, I think. Like just sat at his speed for a while. And then I realised that the boys in front hadn't pulled away. I was like sort of sitting there in fourth, being like,
On half throttle.
yeah, literally half throttle, being like, and the gauge was just sitting at like 110, going, well, I'm fourth, and the leader's just there. So I just basically went for it with like 30 or 40 to go, and ended up winning it, basically. But lifting off for 20 laps kind of won it for me, because the car was so good then, because it like eased off.
Towards the end, it come good.
The car was just
So what do you mean
electric.
you shouldn't have won it?
Well, if it hadn't overheated, I would have been driving around sideways, you know, and then it wouldn't have had the.
Chris Hurd did hit a
He
back
did hit a back
Alright.
marker, yeah. So I sort
Sorry,
of,
John, I just...
yeah. So sorry, I didn't remember that. Sorry about that. Yeah,
that's why I watched it yesterday.
just to slag me off.
But you didn't hit a back marker.
Yeah, I didn't hit a back marker. Yeah.
So how did you get past the last 3 cars then?
Well, Hurd took himself out, and then
Sorry, Chris.
yeah,
Remind you of that if you're watching.
yeah, and the other 2 were rubbish. So even more rubbish than me.
Hey?
So yeah, so isn't it funny? Like, so whenever you win something, you don't ever feel like you never like win something and be like, how is everybody else worse than me? You ever feel that? No.
I haven't won anything yet, so
I don't know. No, I
You
don't think
never
so.
like win something and be like, how's everybody else worse than that?
Because it didn't feel good, kind of thing.
Aye.
And you're like, how's everybody else done,
No, I
done
think
worse than what you done?
I'm the best
No, I
that
do know
day.
you're- I do
That's
know
what I
you're
try and
trying to
think.
Do you know what I mean? Like you're like, I didn't really do anything special there, but everybody else is behind me, which you know. So that's basically
Maybe that's the mentality that we're going wrong with.
you know.
I don't
so
know,
that's
mate. Jordan, you need to
kinda-
change your mentality.
I don't know how they all feel like when I win a heat.
Yeah, so that's it's basically it. Like.
So the pinnacle of national hot rod racing, you
It's
won, and
just
you
being
fought. You
the,
fought.
the best of the worst.
How am I winning this?
Yeah, basically.
How are these not that bad?
Yeah. You know, which is unfortunately.
Which that year you went on to win,
I won the national a month later,
which is
because
one of the
everybody
biggest
else
races.
Yeah.
You said it's actually harder than the World Final.
which
Well, I don't know, I've never raced it, but going by what everybody else is saying, because
Yeah.
you've like 4 qualifying heats, every driver races in 3. You've got like maybe an entry list of like 50 cars.
Whereas Ipswich is
If you have
qualified.
a bad lap and lap times, weekend's over. Like
Yeah.
so and Helensford is harder.
Oh, so it is. It's John
It is.
saying it as well. He's won both.
It is harder, and
So you won that, and then
everybody else is even worse that weekend.
did you back off for 20 laps in that one as well?
I spun round in the middle of that one.
Who got took out of the lead of that one?
Well, I spun round in the lead and then won it again, so it's like a spin and
Was
win.
it wet?
what?
Yes, it was. Yeah, wet with slicks on. Yeah.
Like this year, basically.
Yeah.
That was a disaster.
Why didn't you win it this year?
Blew up on Friday. So yeah.
there you go.
So yeah.
Otherwise, he would have won it.
Well, I haven't won in the other 20 years, but yeah. So but yeah. So so yeah. It's
So
what
then,
it is, you
so
know.
then, talking about so you was in 2013, 2014, you was at the top of national hot rod racing. What does it take to be at the top of national hot rods in that era? Because obviously, like we've spoke with Graham, and people ask him what's the best era, and it's like whatever era people think. Like people from the 80s just say that's the best era. But what does it actually take in that era, which was 2013, 2014, to be running at the top and be running at the front? What does it take in the garage? And what sort of money as well? What sort of money are you spending on these cars?
The last 10 years, money has went through the roof, like.
What compared to before then?
Yeah.
It's massively.
Hopefully Natalie isn't watching this.
Yeah, you're right. That's
This
you
might
know.
be an off-camera sort of conversation if we're talking about money.
Yeah, that's why we're not winning now. They're not spending the money.
Because she knows the finances
yeah,
now. That's
exactly,
that's
yeah.
the difference. They got the same bank account.
Basically, yeah. You could do it back 10, 15, 20 years ago. You could do it without spending money. It's genuinely could. If you ask Davy McCall, 200 yards down the road, or Keith Martin or whatever, you could do it without spending money back then. But there's obviously a lot more. It's everything. It's this thing of hot rods is so professional now. Even F2s, Superstox maybe.
Apart from Jamie, yeah.
Yeah, you know, but it's so professional now. Like what we're doing is so professional. It's unbelievable. Like the levels that we're going to, and like the detail you're going into, there's so little in it. Like there's just, and the amount of stuff you have to go into, it's just. I don't even mind boring you with it, but there's just so much. Like every last wee bit, and the money and the time and the the details.
It's
that you have to
almost
go
like
into.
you're like top level circuit.
It's circuit racing.
That's the sort of prep and stuff that you're doing.
You know, which is so boring, but it is the levels that we're going to, which is why it's became
Well, it
a bit
is.
boring.
Yeah.
Because stock cars is about entertainment.
And driving, yeah.
It's about entertainment. It's about sort of what you can do on the night. It's about one night. Like NASCAR hates the 1 day finish, the last whatever they call the playoff thing. But that's what we do every year. Is the world final is a 1 meeting world final. But the detail you go into now, if you run too early in the hot laps, so we've got hot laps for the world final.
And then it rains.
But even if it doesn't rain, because we don't get to, because there's no practice now on the Saturday morning, if you run too early on the Saturday morning, you've got 30 odd cars, but the later in the 30 cars you go, the faster you'll be, the lap times will be, because there's only 3 or 4 tenths.
Well, so what's the order that you have to do them lap times in?
So you draw it out of a hat.
Draw it out of a hat. So if you
okay.
draw it out of a hat,
And number 1.
you're rubbish. You don't qualify, so you don't even make the 8. So there's like a, what do you call it? The top 12.
Top 12 Super Bowl, yeah.
Super pole. So if you don't make the top 12, but So Billy Wood, Aaron Dew, whoever else drew out of the hat early on the morning. Didn't even make the top 12. Who should have been easily in the top 12.
I did wonder why Billy Wood weren't up there.
Yeah,
But
because he drew too early.
I drew out near the last one, and I still never made it.
it's fine, George. It's your first year,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it too.
yeah. He did do your first world final.
and you did get
Yes.
in your first world final.
Yes, which wasn't easy either, to be fair, because of four meetings I missed. Engine troubles last year.
Where'd you finish?
In the world final?
Yeah,
15th.
I finished 9th.
Right. So in another 9 years, I should finish 9th.
Pretty much the same.
Yeah, 6 places higher.
Yeah.
Not much
Flip
on it.
around.
Not
Yeah.
much on it. Yeah.
So in that era that you was up there, what car was you in?
A Tigra.
Tigra.
Yeah. So,
And then you moved into the Lotus after that.
yeah. So we did that ourselves. So
What, the Tigra?
the Lotus.
Oh, the Lotus.
So the Lotus is like my chassis design.
Your chassis design.
And which is obviously I haven't won in 4 years at it, so it's obviously
What, a car? What, a race at all?
well. Ian Reardon has won. Ian Reardon won the national championship with it.
Look silly.
Yeah, but
In one of your cars?
yeah. So, but so there's a few of them about now. But it's kind of more proud for me to like see the
Other
cars
pe-
doing well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like I've done the
know what you mean,
chassis.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You've done the chassis from scratch, and it's now winning. We have been close-ish, but I'm just too old. But to sort of see that doing well is pretty cool. You know, if you've done that and then you see it winning, is good. You know, it's good for me because I'm sort of more interested in the technical side now. You know, so
Right,
like
rather than the actual racing side yourself.
Jimmy wants to crash into cars, and I
Wild.
yeah, I'm wild. Stand there with a porta par,
Yeah.
you know, yeah. Rex is getting excited over there. He's like, yes, let's go. But yeah, so I'm sort of more interested in the technical side, like sort of trying to figure out what makes the car fast or whatever. I'm obviously not good enough at it, but I sort of enjoy that side of it more now.
Yeah.
Like so, yeah. So
Do you want to do a bit of the technical stuff when we finish up here at this Tigra?
you're fast enough. Too fast.
Does he help you at all?
No.
He chooses Derek Martin over me. So.
No,
See his laugh, nervous laugh.
Derek Martin.
this
Yeah.
is putting me in the spot. Derek doesn't really help me, he just gives me advice. Derek gives me
Is he a
advice.
world champion?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2023. He won it.
A lot more recent than me.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
when it was a lot harder to win it.
Yeah.
Nobody got tucked out of it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, the leader didn't take themselves out.
He was the leader from flag to flag.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
No, he gives me a bit of advice, and it's kind of up to me what to do with that advice. He won't come and do it. He's definitely going to be watching this as soon as it's brought out. He's a super fan of yours, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Super fan.
Mega
So we have
fan.
got some National Horror super fans.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, he would give, if I ask him something, he'd tell me, but he'd not be coming like he'd not come over and do it for you. Yeah.
No, he's at the other end of the phone if you need him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nice.
yeah, he's a good helper. John probably would help if I asked him, but
Hasn't asked me.
You
yet,
just
so-
go running instead.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a good subject.
Yeah.
Yeah. We bit of running. How are you at the running?
My knees aren't the best, if I'm honest.
What's wrong with them?
They're
The
not good at running.
They ache.
Why?
We have done a bit of running, haven't we, babe? And we trained for a Tough Mudder, and we've done a bit of running. Chelsea runs a bit slower than I do, but yeah, a lot slower. So my knees ended up started hurting, and I thought it was because I was running at her pace, and then I started running at my own pace, and I hurt
What
even
pace
more.
is your pace?
It was a while ago now. If I got Strava up, I'd probably have
How
to
long
find it.
ago?
Oh, got Strava. He's got Strava.
I don't know
No,
what
it was a
Strava is,
while
I
ago,
don't know.
wasn't it? It was a long time ago now.
He's got
3 years? Yeah, I'm not running probably about 3 years.
Well, you're going to run in about 12 hours.
You're running tomorrow morning.
You're
We're
doing
doing-
park run in the morning with me and John.
We're doing a park run tomorrow morning.
5k.
What?
We have we have an outfit for you. We have trainers. We have high
Do you know what
vis.
size I am?
What's that?
What do you know what size trainers I am?
What size are you? Don't worry.
No, do you know what size I am?
Don't you worry. We've got you sorted.
I'm running my Crocs.
That's
Big.
fine. Even better. But
And
yeah.
you have to vlog it as well.
Well, I'm actually running.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not joking.
Yeah, it's
anyway.
5k tomorrow morning, 9:30.
He's gonna die.
That's why Rex is here, backup driver. Rex driving a 1300 tomorrow.
Move the steering wheel back.
What time's this?
9:30.
9:30. Yeah.
Where?
It's like,
9
it's like
tomorrow morning.
10 minutes away. Yeah.
I am up for a challenge, to be fair.
You have to bring the camera, like.
I've got some GoPros we'll bring with us.
Yeah, I'm not running filming.
No, we just said, well, you said about, before the podcast, about us doing a marathon or something, which I thought was a joke. We were saying, Rex is driving a scooter, riding a scooter, and Chelsea's on the back with a camera.
Is this the point where we like introduce our mad idea?
Well, you go for it. This is your idea, so this is your
but
call.
you can present it.
No, it's your idea, so you go for it.
So me and John have decided to plan a charity run for next year. Basically running from Ahadui to Tullyroan, which is
That sounds like quite far.
82 kilometres, 45 miles.
We're going to run 45 miles.
We are running.
We're going to run 45
We're
miles.
running.
At the minute,
I
it's,
haven't agreed on. I'm not.
I've not agreed on anything either.
I might run it away, but I'm not doing the.
it's not
85.
just me and John. It's me, John, Ian Reardon, the two McCrories. One of them races a F2, the other one races a national.
They've got names.
Dean and Ryan, sorry. Ethan Doyle as well is doing it. Well, he said he's doing it, but
Is this where 2 meetings are on?
Well, we're going to try and.
we kind of have to wait till the fixtures are fully planned.
Oh.
It's in the very early stages, but we've got approved by the MC and stuff to do.
We're doing the run for charity regardless.
Yeah, but
And-
we'll try. If you would try to get it on, so you got a meeting on the Saturday, a meeting on the Sunday.
No, well, we're
because
going
then
to
you run from one to
That's
the
the
other.
idea. That's
yeah.
the idea.
Well,
That's
there's
it.
never a meeting on 2 days, one at one track,
Well,
one the other.
why can't David
But we're
do that?
trying to arrive in. We're trying to arrive in at a meeting.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd definitely.
we are going to open up.
I'd be
sections.
scared, but I'd be up for it.
Well,
yeah.
the idea is to do so. Jamie's going to do a bit of it. Might do it at all, but
I'll run to the front.
but so the idea is to for opened up to everybody. Like Rex is going to do as short arms aren't going to affect his running.
He keeps saying to us that he's going to go for a run, and we all lie and say that he's definitely not.
You're coming in the morning too, Rex.
Yes.
Fair play.
Yes. Right now.
I have a dinosaur suit.
Ollie might actually get to see you running. You keep threatening that you're going to go for a run.
It's actually our running route that we haven't trained there in a while because we've just been busy with racing, and he has had a half marathon and I've had a half marathon to do. So on like the run up to the marathons, you have to taper your training off, so we have to stop doing our long runs. But yeah, this run's planned for next August, but we're probably going to do like loads of fundraising things in the run up to it. Like spoke about a charity football match. We don't know how we're going to group teams yet. A few ideas like contact versus non-contact racing, and
Yeah.
So one team's allowed to slide tackle the other teammate.
Yeah.
Darren Black's going to be standing with his black cross.
Yeah.
You know, for if the
He's
contact.
referee.
Yeah.
That's actually such a good idea, Darren. If you're listening to this, you're the referee. But yeah, we're going to do that. Maybe do a climb up a mountain here as well for like some of the girls that's involved in it, and yeah, it's planned for next
Alright.
August.
Well,
So, yeah.
count me in. I'll be scared and I'll try my best to train for it, but we'll have to put it in the diary, won't we?
You're going to do the whole
We're
thing.
going to try and do we'll try and do
82 kilometres.
We're going to try and
Six.
do we'll do segments and all that. We'll sort of try and see if we can figure out segments and
Yeah.
the full thing out there.
Thing
So-
is, I'm very competitive. That's my problem.
Excellent.
Well, this isn't to be
Excellent.
fair. This isn't a time like it'll just be finishing.
No, but be competitive to myself to finish.
Yeah, to finish
do it.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Unreal. Yeah.
Running's all
Brilliant.
about running against yourself. You're not running against anyone else.
It's attempting it, isn't it?
Well, like that marathon that Scottsbrite done in London, that's only half of what we're doing. This is basically 2 marathons back to back.
Yeah, it's like a marathon and 3/4.
Are you sure you're still doing the full thing?
Chelsea's delighted here.
Whatever you do, slops, I'll do.
Yes. Yes.
What are you trying to say?
I'm not going to say whatever John does, I'll do. But slops,
yeah.
whatever you do, I'll do.
This is sort of a
As long as-
podcast exclusive. This one.
As long as JMC, we both put some money up for charity.
Yeah.
And we're opening this up to everybody. Anybody that wants to join in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
This is that part of the segment. This segment of the podcast. And anyone who wants to join in,
yeah,
I'll be putting it on my social medias.
We will be making
we'll keep in touch.
Closer to the time.
Keep in touch. Yeah.
We keep in touch, and then obviously I'll come do it. And then
We'll
obviously the 11,000 people who've got on Facebook, if anyone else wants to come and do it.
Yeah.
We will be.
We were going to finish at Slops' house for a party after.
Yes, indeed.
We will. Well, this is the next one.
Pauline, don't
We
approve.
are actually going to have a proper event.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, they not even call it a party because we're trying to make it an actual event.
It's a party.
So like, it's going to be like a ticket only event.
Yeah.
All
Party.
proceeds, all profits are going to charity.
Yeah.
Try and get like a comedian in, good singer, DJ for the end, raffles. Is Rex a singer?
Yeah.
Yeah, he can sing.
Yeah.
Can he?
Put a bit of country on, he's off.
Yes. Bit of American country. Excellent.
Yeah.
Can you sing us the whole way around the park on it in the morning, Rex?
Excellent.
But yeah, we're going to do all that. It's going to be like a ticket only event, probably be the week after, or 2 weeks. We'll just have to see when we can get a venue. But we're aiming to like have it maybe.
Obviously have to tie them a racing because it's hard during the racing season.
yeah.
So we'll try and figure that
We
out.
would like a crowd out of about 300 people, like so.
Good.
We'll give it our go. We'll give it our best, won't we?
See how
Excellent.
it goes. Yeah. So
Anything else on that matter?
Excellent.
not really. Once we know more about
Yeah,
charities,
as you said,
we will be launching a page yet. We're still trying to make up a name for it. And it's all still in the very early stages.
Right.
Planning.
But this is an
But it's
exclusive.
going to be next July, August.
Unfortunately, this means that it is happening. So
Right, okay.
This
Well,
is-
it's
it's
been,
not
it's been
official.
said on the
Yeah,
Stock Car podcast.
it's not
So
official. So
Now we'll know how many people actually listens to your full podcasts.
how many sign-ups?
Without
Yeah.
sounding cheeky, like, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
if somebody says to us about this, like in a few weeks, we'll be like, oh, there's a lot of people listening to this podcast, John. We need
All the
to
way
get
through.
Especially to the end.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
then we move on now. We spoke about it a couple of times. The JMC custom paintwork. As John Christie pointed out, there it says custom 17 times.
That's
Your-
just me trying to talk.
Your business, which has gone from pillar to post, and it is absolutely flying now.
Yeah.
And it started off, and I'll start you off. It started off with you painting a seat
Yeah,
with an airbrush
Yeah.
and some stencils
in the back of a trailer that was
in the back of a van, wasn't
a
it?
box van. Yeah.
A box van. So
Yeah.
then let's talk through the JMC business, which sponsors me in my racing as well, helps me out, puts us up in this lovely workshop and house every time
Yeah.
we come over to Northern Ireland. So go on, then. So you wasn't obviously working for someone else, and then you started airbrushing the seat.
Yeah, so sort of always interested in art. Done art in school, done quite well in it in school. Actually got a star in art, I think.
quite well.
Yeah, so I was always interested in that and like custom paint, and always just loved spray guns. Sound like a real nerd here.
I'm just
Love
picturing
spray
Rex.
guns.
Picturing Rex trying to reach the.
Rex straight in the helmet. Slight jumpers. Yeah, so always sort of interested in custom paint. Literally just started painting random things about the garage, and done that for like literally only a couple of weeks, couple of months, and then started the dipping. So we've done it for a while.
And you was posting these things on Facebook as well,
yeah,
with
Tried-
videos.
tried to make the dipping into proper business, but it was very young at the time. Didn't really know how to deal with customers or anything. Very stupid, even if you'd say it. You know,
Well, just young, that's all it is.
Just young.
Early, not even
Problem
20
is-
was young.
Yeah, the problem is people didn't understand this, and like you ended up pissing a lot of people off, not intentionally, but just because I was that young, I didn't know how to really run a business. So I stopped that once it started to get a wee bit rough. I stopped that. 2018.
What was your day job then?
Back then I was an apprentice CNC machinist, so it was like 2 days in college, 3 days in work running a CNC machine. So it was completely separate.
Nothing to
jobs,
do with painting.
Nothing to do with. 2018 I gave the dipping up. Just thought, no, I'm not doing it because I was spending, I was losing a lot of money. So I was basically working to fund the dipping, and then at nothing. Like I hadn't even any spare time. Give it up. Didn't do anything basically to COVID. COVID come in. and I wanted my own helmet painted, basically. I painted a few, like maybe 4 or 5, but without sounding bad, I wanted my own done right. And I had priced a few people to do it, and I was like, I can't
afford that.
Can't afford it. And
then,
some of them.
and then you think, hang on a minute, if I'd done it for other people,
yeah, well, I
could charge that.
I done it for a few, but I wanted mine to be like basically what I'm doing now back then.
That sort of quality.
Yeah. And I just couldn't justify it, so I just started into it. This was maybe 2 months into COVID. April maybe. Done it. Didn't really, at the time I wasn't doing it to start a business, I just done it, stuck it on Facebook. And it kind of, wouldn't say it went viral, but I think it got like 95 shares, like a couple of hundred likes and a load of comments. I think off the back of that it took maybe 4 orders. One of them was, there was a guy in the south from Tipperary. Done his, he had shared it, and off the back of that it got Jack Shanahan. Now Jack Shanahan's like Drift Masters, he's only after finishing second in the championship, and at that time I was like, Jesus Christ,
it's a big deal, like.
I don't even know if I want to do this, you know, because he's that big of a name.
You didn't want to mess it up or not make it look good enough for him.
Yeah.
He's a big, like Jack Shannon's a big deal, like.
Yeah, like a couple of 100,000 people's following him on Instagram, that kind of big, like.
So the pressure's on.
Yeah, done it.
What age are you here?
21, 20, between 21 22.
That's young and all, isn't it?
Yeah. Done that. He shared it, and like every job I done, so every one helmet that was leaving was maybe getting 3 back. You know, not 3 back to get fixed, like 3 new jobs.
Yeah.
And this just kept going and going and going. And again, didn't really want to make it my full-time job. I had a decent job, and you know, there was plenty of room to go higher in the company, and with no intentions of going out on my own, because I was off on furlough for maybe, I think, 11 weeks. At that time they were paying you to stay at home, so I was like doing the double. I was getting paid to stay at home and then was painting helmets. Went back to work that August or September, and then the work just kept coming at a steady rate. And I remember I was just sitting one day in work. I was like, why am I here in a shed?
You know, it's the bad day you have at work. You know?
I was actually standing in work doing nothing. Like, there was no work there to do, and I'd cleaned up, and I was like, I'm standing here doing nothing. And
I could be painting
shed
helmets
full of work, like. So I thought about that for a few weeks, and then I thought about part-time, and then I'd actually told you a story earlier. I'd said to my dad about, you know, maybe going part-time. He was like, I sure speak to your boss. So this is right sound. Sort of mentioned it in work, and he was like, no, it's not happening. I said to dad, I was like, no, he's not having that. I'm like, I might go out on my own full time. And he was like, don't know, you've got a good job and stuff, and wouldn't really advise that and all this. Like, just probably trying to keep me secure, like.
Yeah, of course.
I was like, yeah, that's fine. So I got into the car and went and seen my boss and handed him my notice half an hour after that. But he said, and then one ear out the.
I don't think he listened, Paul, did he?
But like at the time, I was 21. I was living there, had no bills, had no stockyard, nothing. I was like, sure, I've nothing to lose. Like, even if it doesn't work. But at that time, I had like three weeks working, and I thought I was flat out. I thought, Jesus, I am busy here. And then I left them in November, and the day I left them, I texted the Drift Games guys, so Dave Egan and Josh Holdsworth. At the time, they had maybe 40,000 subs on YouTube. Now they've like 480,000 subs on that. Like, text them, basically offered them a sponsorship deal for 2 helmets, in exchange for a video. So they said, yeah, perfect. They come out, basically done a video dropping the helmets off, and went through everything I done and how I done the helmets. That went out, I think that got like 15,000 views. Got a wee bit off it, but nothing major, like a couple of thousand, or a couple of maybe 3 or 4 lids out of it, like. And I was like, Jesus, I don't know if this is worth it, because, you know, give 2 slots up till then. So done the helmets, then they come back, done another video, and when they put that video out of the helmets finished, I sat the full following day on my spreadsheet just putting in orders. The phone
All
never
day.
stopped. Literally overnight, I woke up and I think I counted like 55 messages, and I think out of the 55, it took maybe 42 of them.
Unreal.
That's a good conversion
So
rate, isn't
that's
it?
from 3 weeks work to like 3 or 4 months overnight, and ever since that it has never slowed. And
You've still got that 3-4 months.
every Christmas it's getting busier, so Christmas will be my busiest time. It's getting busier, but that Christmas rush doesn't stop. So that stays going the full year, and you think I can't do any more, and then come the following Christmas, it's even busier and even busier and even busier. Like last Christmas we done our 500th helmet.
Wow.
This year, I reckon by Easter next year we'll probably be in our 750th, roughly by Easter of next year.
That's a lot of helmets painted, isn't it?
Yeah.
But when
Who works with you? Who works with you?
So there's Christopher that does the designs. He's my cousin. He's been there from day one. He's very good at drawing. He does.
So he does the
everything
computer
freehand.
design.
No, freehand.
Oh, freehand.
Colour
Sends
then.
it to the client.
Yeah, and they approve it.
Yeah, and then
9 times out of 10, it's approved straight away. Like. Then Pierce is in the evenings. Pierce comes in just whenever I need him now. Basically, coming up basically from now to Christmas, he'd probably win twice a week.
what does he do?
Basically, like everything bar airbrushing and lacquering and pinstriping. So he'd like do all the stripping, he'd do all the building, he'd do all the polishing, masking up, cleaning spray guns, putting on base coat, parceling helmets up. Go to the shop if I need him to go to the shop. Do basically anything apart from painting. I do all the painting. And he even does a good bit of painting, but I do all the lacquering because it's the most important bit, and all the airbrushing. But yeah, it sort of went from, it was kind of an accident, nearly if anything. It wasn't ever meant to happen, but it just kind of...
It's always the best though, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you do it for more love
Yeah.
than anything else.
There's not much love in it now. When you get so many done, it's like... But off the back of that, actually, I was meant to say that at the start too. One of the helmets I done was actually Shane Murphy. That was one of the very first.
Right.
He won the National World as well. And I was at racing with my uncle in Kyrgyzstan. This was actually before I went out on my own, maybe September 2020. And he put me in contact with a supplier based over here that sells helmets and race suits, big massive motorsport store. And it basically put on a bolt onto the business for like selling helmets, Simpson hybrids, hands devices, seats, boots, balaclavas, basically anything safety for motorsport. I sell it, so that was a good add-on, because obviously if I'm supplying and painting, so initially I had at the time was people was buying a new helmet, getting it delivered
Sending
to their
it
house.
to you. Yeah.
Well, they were getting it to their house, and it was like a carbon helmet. They look at it and like, I'm not getting this painted, it's mint. So at least if I can get the helmet here first, they don't see it until it's painted. You know, where a lot of people was booking stuff in and then it wasn't coming because they were like, nah, it's brand new, I'm not painting it. Where now 80% of my work's brand new helmets, which that's where I want
Which
to
you
be.
get in yourself.
Yeah, so I'm selling them all to the customers. Basically get 2 goals at a customer. Like,
Yeah.
but it's like anything. Like.
Well, if it's not going in your pocket, it's only going in someone else's anyway. So
Yeah.
you might as well do it all for
And
you.
I then offer deals, so like if you buy a helmet off me and get it painted,
You're going to get a slightly bit of discount.
you can't discount the paint much because there's that much of a demand for it. I can't discount it because there's so many people. Like Christmas time, I literally have guys ringing me up, I'll pay you X amount of money to have this done, and I'm like, I can't. Like people's paid deposits. Normally we do, but we'll get it squeezed in. Like, but yeah, it's good, but it has its days. It's like anything. There's days there you're just like, no, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
But only for it, that wouldn't be sitting there. Like, not even anything near it. Like.
No, so go from you start doing it part time, and then you go full time.
Yeah.
And then obviously you start employing a couple of people to help you.
Yeah.
And then this Australia trip that I first see you saying, "Oh, I'm going to go to Australia."
Yeah.
And I thought, cool, he's either doing really well or he knows something that we don't.
Yeah.
What was going to Australia all about?
It's again, I went on holiday there before all this started, and I liked it and I wanted to do a while in it. And there was only 2 helmet painters in Australia. They were booked up for 10 months and they were charging like $4,000. That's 2,000 sterling, roughly.
Per helmet. And what would you normally charge here at that time?
Pounds, that time, 500 max.
Right. So you're looking at like tripling.
Twice
more
the
than
money.
more than tripling.
Yeah, don't let that fool you. Because I thought this too. Yeah, it's like, well, now it's up over, it's still not 500, it's up over 600 nowadays, but it's just like everything else has went up. But yeah, I always wanted to go, and then one of my mates was going, he's still there actually, and I've mates that live over there anyway. So it's like I thought then I'd go over here and land on my feet, basically, you know, everybody's there, don't need to get accommodation for the first while anyway. Got in contact with a guy he actually used to live in Wexford, which is down south. He lives over there, and he had this big workshop with like a mezzanine floor, so it's like a 2-story garage. And he gave me upstairs of it, so I built a spray booth up in there in an office and built all that and got set up. Like I think done maybe 35 or 40 helmets over there. I was there for 5 months, I think, but I was only working 4 of them. Took the first month just to tour about. What was that?
Yeah.
You didn't have Pauline there, that's what it was.
Yeah.
You can cut that too.
Was you still doing orders back home?
Yeah, a few. So I actually done that guy Jack Shanahan's. I done his second helmet over there as well, but it was mainly Australian work, and I'd done a few in New Zealand. But yeah, like I had plenty of work. The work was coming in, but just the profit margins was like
very expensive to live out there and rent out there.
Not like, for talk's sakes, half a litre of fluorescent yellow paint here is like £30, including VAT. Half a litre of fluorescent yellow there was $480, so that's 240 sterling. But because I was doing work all over the world, I can't be seen to be charging somebody in Australia
not the Australian rates.
4 times the price, when somebody over here was only paying a quarter of that. And at that time too, for some reason when I left, my phone never stopped for work from here. It was just like people was constantly texting me, you know, I need a helmet, don't need a helmet. And Pierce and Christie were trained up to do them here, and like Pierce did try his best, like, but he was through and at the deep end. He only come on with me in January, and like I left at the end of January, so he'd only like 3 weeks to get trained up to paint helmets. I'm at it now 6 years and I'm still learning every day. But like he tried his best, but he just couldn't keep up with what
the demand.
So yeah, after 4 months, we run out of money, and yeah, just had to bail out. Lost a fortune, and then
come back to mummy.
Yeah. And then that's where the story of that come about. That's what I mean when I say I sort of come back with nothing but a Ford Sierra. So as Jimmy says, nothing. A couple of quid in my pocket, but nothing much. Done 2 jobs and then left the money in that, and that's how I gathered up money again. Because if I wouldn't have done that, I would never have. I'd just been stuck in a hole, just constantly doing enough till I get by.
Yeah.
Where I needed, because I'd sold my 2-litre, I'd sold my shuttle trailer, I'd sold my van, I'd sold my road car, till I go there and basically lost it all. But if it worked, it would have been the best thing ever.
Yeah, of course. But unless you try these things, unless you go and put yourself in the deep end.
Yeah.
I mean, at that age as well, that's ballsy to go and do that and think, you know what, I can actually make it. Yeah, it didn't work out, but then you come back and now you're bigger than ever over here.
Yeah.
And I think you really just did find, like, there was no one in the short oval scene.
Yeah.
So you look at Jack Mayle, he's got a helmet painted by Nippy Designs.
Yeah.
You probably know who he is.
Yeah, he's very good as well.
Massive in the karting scene.
Yeah.
Massive. But then you come to the stock car scene, nobody really had painted helmets.
Yeah.
Everyone was just buying standard helmets. And then you've got somebody from the stock car scene that's friends with many people, and all it takes is a few shares.
Yeah.
And it's like, actually, mate's got a painted helmet there, one of the top drivers, for whatever reason. And it's like, oh, right, yeah, cool. Yeah, that's Slops over in Ireland. A few shares on Facebook, and before you know it, you found a market that nobody was even in.
And it's really cool.
It
is a really personal thing. It's not like to have a, like, it's not like it's just
this is coming from a boy that never got me to paint his helmet.
True. True.
Got
I'm still waiting for mine anyway, John.
So.
But it's... it was one of them things too, as I said about the dipping. It probably could have worked a lot quicker if I had never tried the dipping. But I nearly done myself that much damage trying to make it work. And people thought it was a mess or I was no good at my job. It was like, it took a lot longer to like reassure people, like, no, I can't actually paint a helmet here.
Because you failed at the dipping, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically, yeah. So I basically...
But dipping has failed. Dipping isn't really a thing.
No, it's not really a thing. I basically used a market elsewhere, like circuit racing and drifting, to prove to everybody in the ovals, because I was only really doing work for the oval people dipping. So basically used that market to prove to them, not that I ever really, it's not I didn't want them, but I was like, if they don't come to me, it's fine, I don't care, there's plenty of work there. Like. But I used that basically to prove to them that I can, and to be fair, it did take a good year and a half to get a steady stream of stockyard people back. But now, like, it's just constant, like.
Flat out.
But I'd say stockyards probably wouldn't even be half of what I do. Like, a lot of it's karting, drifting, rallying.
So you have moved into them different markets now. But by building yourself up in the stock car market and people trusting you in the stock car scene, built you up, your library up, you know, your arsenal up, to then be able to then go to the karting people and be like, actually, I am good enough.
Yeah.
But if you didn't get the opportunities from the stock car people,
Yeah.
probably wouldn't have been doing enough helmets to then
Yeah.
to get back into the karting scene, because obviously there's some top people that are painting karting helmets.
And his helmets is first class, like. Aren't they? Like the designs and the execution is absolutely class, like.
Yeah, there's one there.
Yeah.
That's mine that I had to do for Ipswich.
Yeah.
Mental.
But it's really, really class, like, you
mental.
know,
So yeah, it's sort of, I'll say it all sort of a bit of an accident. And
How old are you now?
27 last Wednesday.
Oh.
And all that was over the last 6-7 years.
Yeah,
So-
basically from I was 20 onwards, it basically started like.
Mental.
But yeah, it's sort of all happens fast. But I said none of it was really planned. Like now you'd plan things like working with a couple of big companies. I'm working with a company in Belfast there now. It's actually a clothing brand, but they're based around like automotive industries. So like every drop that they do, they get a helmet done to match it.
That's cool. And you're the one that's doing it.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
them, and it gets loads of exposure and loads of videos, and they make loads of content off it. And yeah, it's cool. You get to work with some big people. Like I've worked with James Dean, the drifting. He's like #1 in the world. I've worked with Colin McRae's nephew, Max McRae. I've worked with nearly all of the top rally guys in Ireland, nearly all the top drifting guys in Ireland. And then of course you have your oval racing and
Jimmy.
Me.
John. No, I haven't worked with John yet. John won't pay me to do
No,
it.
so if anyone needs a custom painted helmet,
Hit slaps up.
hit Slops up.
Facebook, Instagram.
JMC Customs.
Yeah. Meant. Hit me
And
up.
if you see in the Tebs Racing YouTube in the next couple of months, I'm sure he'll have one painted up as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I need to get that sorted.
Yes.
That's
Definitely.
plan
Yes.
that tomorrow.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the run, we can plan that, can't we?
Yeah.
Are we actually doing this run? Yeah.
We are.
Because I actually genuinely have work to do tomorrow now.
We are running it tomorrow morning.
Right, we move on.
I need to go. For
Well
a
done, JMC
Thank you.
Customs, for what
Cheers.
you've done.
Thank you.
Right, we'll have a quick break now. Go
Yeah.
for we,
Yeah.
and then we'll just finish. We've got a couple more things that we'll finish up on. Right, we're back, and it is freezing, and we just realised it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
now. But it's fine. We're here. We're going to finish this podcast up. Right, I want to go through from a Northern Irish perspective, because every time I speak to somebody on the podcast, we're all from England. A lot of us, a couple of them from Scotland. But what is your worst and favourite track, and why? You know, is it the Northern Irish tracks, or is it the English tracks? We'll start off with Jamie. Your favourite track for whatever reason, and your worst track for whatever reason.
My favourite track would be Tullaroan. I think just because it's
5 minutes from your house.
local. It's also easy on tyres too. You don't have to keep throwing
Obliterating
tyres.
Yeah.
It's quite easy on them. And then
Your least favourite then?
I don't like Loch Yelly.
I think that's one thing the three of us are going to have in common here.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm from the south of England, and I love Logelly.
You love it?
I don't mind going to it, but just the track itself.
Yeah.
Just know the layout and
Don't
the
mean to
surface.
talk. It's nothing to do with the promotion.
No, the process.
No.
Just the track
Facilities
itself.
and
No
everything.
politics are involved in this podcast.
Yeah.
Their
Facilities are unreal and
yeah.
all that. Yeah.
but just the track itself. Like
You
one
like
corner.
racing there? Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stock car racing for us,
yeah.
I think.
To be fair, I always remember Wally saying that curb, whenever he put the curb in, was for like that contact racing. That was for, and it obviously must work then.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So look, Ellie, just because of the track.
Because the two corners are different. If you get your car going well in one
Completely
corner,
different.
it's not going to work in the other corner, and the track's like sandpaper. Your car might stick well to it, but the tires are gone.
Right.
Especially with
They are saying that in the 1300s at the minute, the tyres are not any good there. You got to be really good on your tyres to keep them to last.
Yeah, a friend of mine was out last week
In
Scottish Championship in the 1300s in Loch Galley. He actually asked for a shout out, Kyle Roberts. His tyres were literally ripping apart. He sent me a snap, 3 of them, every race, one literally just shredding apart. It's like, what is that doing like?
There are a lot of people moaning about that at the minute.
Yeah.
But when we've been there, we've never really had too much trouble with it.
Yeah.
Just adjust your car to suit, I suppose.
Yeah.
So, right, John, your favourite track in a national hot rod? The one that gives you the best racing, the best memories?
The general, any hot rod boy will generally tell you Hannesford, but
So Hendersford is better than Ipswich.
I personally I'd probably say Ipswich. But then isn't it atmosphere? Atmosphere is such a big thing. Isn't it? Like, so
Of course, yeah.
Like I did one meeting at Wimbledon. You ever do Wimbledon?
Yeah. I've raced in the minis and the 1300, yeah.
Isn't that pretty cool?
We're in a little 1300 bloody 8 valve back then, or whatever, in the 1300 going through the tunnel giving it wama. You can imagine what it's like in a national hot rod doing that.
So whenever you're there, whenever they switch the lights off, whenever they do the thing where they switch the lights off and all
so
that.
the light goes on in the track and it goes off in the on the inside in the terrace, yeah.
You're sitting there and that happens, and then you're going and you're going through the terrace and all that sort of stuff. Wimbledon's pretty cool, but I wish we had a bit more of that.
Yeah.
But it's not much on it. Sort of Ipswich, Hannesford, Tipperary's good, Tullyrone's good, but it's Ipswich or Hannesford for us. Like.
Okay.
Do
you think that's what for most hot rod drivers?
I
That's
think
the case?
most boys will tell you. I would love to do more travelling. We should be racing at more tracks. We should be doing
Holland,
yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. We should be doing Holland.
It's not a world championship if you're just in England, is it?
Should be doing Holland.
It's a British Open Championship.
Yeah.
So national hot rod's not really raced?
They race the other way around.
In Holland.
Do they?
Yeah. And hot rods, yeah. Why?
What about South Africa?
That's the same for
Have
us,
you been?
yeah. So yeah, it's good. Really good. And have you done that? No. You should.
It's on the list.
You should. Seeing as you love Dean, you should be like you should. You're bound to be up there on Dean's list for going there.
Might be after that podcast. He said only if he goes to the top of the podcast list, which he's just in second now.
So we're going to beat him. I think we're going to beat everybody.
So
50,000 views.
South Africa's it's an unreal experience. Like,
Right. We're going to do it, and we both.
Oh, you should. Chels love it.
Chels
is there. Chels is all over it.
She
Yeah.
wants to go on the safari.
Rex is still smiling, so he's up
yes.
for it.
So Rex is going to be like, yeah.
He'll be at home in the safari.
So yeah. It's good, yeah. South Africa, we did Star Raceway and Victoria, and the people were brilliant. The racing's brilliant. Oh, it's really, really good. Like, so it was really cool. The hot rod's not really good, but they don't really do contact out there. So
No, I've not seen anything about him.
doing zero contact. Don't entertain it. So, but so you're a bait, aren't you? You forget
I
about
wasn't
it.
planning on going
Forget about
anyway,
it. Yeah,
so-
forget about it. Yeah, but no,
Jimmy
that's
just
really good.
follows some boy in the national South Africa.
But yeah, and unfortunately, Loch Galley for me too, for a track that doesn't do it for me. Hardy's are really good and all that there. The facility's brilliant, but just
Just the track itself.
for hot rods, it's just not for us. You know what I mean? So,
And then slops.
Holland,
No.
Holland,
No.
Favourite track.
love Holland.
Favourite, it'd sort of be between Ipswich.
This could be in any formula.
Yeah, sort of be between Ipswich and Tipperary. Tullyrone's only 5 minutes away. It would be in third, but
It does push it up being that close.
Yeah.
Same with us for Aldershot. When we done the rate the track Aldershot, I was like,
How
it's-
close? How
it was in the
close have
second
you?
tier.
it is good.
That's
because
15 minutes from my house.
Oh yeah.
the two corners are identical, smooth in Tullyrone. Like everything's just
They are, yeah.
good about it.
Yeah.
I think the Tipperary is just so fast. Good.
I've never
bank
been there.
corners.
I don't. My man's been there, but I've never been there.
Yeah, no, it's definitely good.
It'd be terrible for their 13th contact. It's just.
Yeah.
Is it a hot rod track?
Turn into an airplane.
You could actually go for a pay break going up the straight. It's that long.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But the corners of that bank, we can carry the speed around it, so it's fine. But yeah, I'd say the best between Ipswich and Tipperary if it decent runs there, so it's good. And least favourite I would be with these two in Scotland. I just don't
in any formula you've raced there.
I've raced the 2 litre stock rod and pro stock at it, and I've been useless.
Have any used on Cowdenbeath?
No.
Yes, I did.
Jesus.
Stock rod, yeah.
Any
Never
good?
done it.
Forgot about it.
Forgot about it.
Maybe put
So
it
good.
in a firm 3rd place there, actually.
I want to do Cowdenbeath.
Not good in the non-contact class. I ripped the wheel out of it.
Every single person that have ever
Cowdenbeath.
messaged me says to me, get in a saloon at Cowdenbeath.
Cowdenbeath.
Yeah.
Cowdenbeath.
So that's on the list.
Yeah, Cowdenbeath, please. Yeah.
I need to get on that.
Yeah,
I've never been. I've never even been to watch.
And America, I want to race in America.
Just putting it out there, if any
Yeah,
sponsorship
just-
wants, to
Kyle
come,
Larson.
wants to come John Christie's way over in America. Nice.
John actually messaged Dale
I
Earnhart
did.
Jr.
I
to
did.
see if he could race in America.
Did he reply?
Not yet.
Oh, shock.
Was it when you was a world champion or not? Because that would probably give you better clout.
I'm waiting. So yeah,
You
we'll
could
see.
put on saying Tab's podcast superstar.
That's yeah.
Dale Earnhardt. He definitely was eating his breakfast. Piss off.
Another one.
Right, cool. Is there anything else we need to talk about? Anything else anyone else would want to talk about before we call it here at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Jimmy finished second in the Superstock World.
We did mention
last
that,
week.
but yeah.
Just last week.
There's a
Not
wee
even
message on the end of Jimmy's list saying a lot of bumpering.
Loves a
I don't
bumper.
Do you
know
like
if
the
that's- I
bumper?
don't know if
Loves
that's-
a bumper.
What that says.
Loves a bumper.
Well, we went from not hitting people enough to now hitting people too much. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, maybe.
Are you running with us in the morning? You don't have an option.
I don't know, mate.
Aye.
I've never run.
It
like.
would be
Need to take
more
my,
equal.
Need to take my haters with me.
Dead on.
He's
Okay.
asthmatic. Bring the Milwaukee pump. Are you running in the Crocs tabs?
Yes, that's all I got.
And
What's
the
that?
SD hat?
What size are you?
9.
We'll sort
Perfect.
you
I
out.
have a pair of
Sort
spare
you out.
running shoes.
Yeah, sort you out.
Rex, what size are you? You've got your tuners?
Yes.
Rex, come prepared for a
Yes,
run.
he knows it.
What time are you waking me up?
He knows.
8:30.
Yeah.
It's not early.
Yeah.
Where's the
I'll
one?
lend it in then so I can go to bed.
Lakes.
Oh.
Yeah.
End it here?
Are we going to put the engine in your national hot rod tonight?
No, tomorrow.
Paul is. Paul's,
Paul
Paul's waiting all this time.
He's been volunteered. Right, cool. Thank you very much, boys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you for staying out this late
Yeah.
to do this podcast, because we did finish practice at 9 o'clock and obviously shot straight here, set up the podcast, and then we've got you three that stayed this late as well. So thank you very
Just
much.
fell down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
As you say, yeah, spoke about National Hot Rods, spoke about your business, spoke about the event you lot are putting on from Agadui to Tully Roan,
Totally yeah.
spoke about your second place in the Superstock World and everything that goes along with it, your Friday nights out here.
Just a Friday.
Friday night's the night.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching.
Yeah.
If you do enjoy it, make sure you like, subscribe. If you're on Spotify, make sure you rate it 5 star, I think it is. And we'll see you in the next one.